Good afternoon, guys. I am Dom,
I'm Jamie.
and welcome back to the cutting room floor. Now, we talked about this not last week, but the week before. We talked about Blade Runner, the original from Ridley Scott, and we did tell y'all we coming back with Blade Runner 2049. So we are back with Blade Runner 2049 for you guys. Um, I'm gonna let Jamie talk about this film because he got some thoughts and he got some feelings, and I have some as well because this is an incredible film.
It is, yeah.
So why don't you go ahead? You can give him a little overview
Okay,
and
so
throw in some of your thoughts.
Blade Runner
Wait
2040.
a minute. Let me hit him with some scores first.
Okay, yes, go ahead.
Sorry,
That's all right.
guys. I got some small data for you. So this film, Blade Runner 2049, is 2017, directed by Denis Villeneuve, who just gave us Dune 2, which you guys, I'm sure, are creaming over. The letterbox score for this movie, 4.1. Very good score. Rotten Tomato scores an 88 and an 8 on IMDb. All very high ranked scores for people who follow that stuff. I just thought that'd be fun to throw in there. All right, back to you, sir.
Alrighty. Blade Runner 2049 is the sequel to Blade Runner.
Mm-hmm.
Takes place 30 years later,
Mm-hmm.
and the world is still a hellhole because
It's even worse, man.
yeah, well, they don't go into it in the first one, but we were talking about it how in the book it's like after World War Terminus,
Mhm.
which destroys a lot of the life on Earth, and you see more
Yeah.
of it in this film.
It feels like Order 66, dude.
You notice, I noticed in this film, as in the first one, there's no brown people.
Yeah, because they probably extincted us.
Well, I don't think so.
They probably were like, get them out.
This is my
No,
theory.
wait, hold on, you're tripping, bro. The dude who tells them about the horse is black.
Oh, you're right. I
Yeah,
am
I'm
tripping,
like, hold
but he's
on,
the
bro.
only one.
No, there's not. The cop too. Wood Harris is in it. When he's
Oh,
yo,
come
there's
on.
a couple brownies in it.
But I had a
In
theory.
the second one though,
Yeah,
there's none in the first one.
because I had a theory as to why.
Well, let's hear your theory. It'd be
You,
fun.
you never see the sun.
That is true.
So they would all be off world.
They would all be off world.
Because you need the sun for the vitamin D, the melanin and stuff.
Yeah,
Because everything is clouded over from the nuclear fallout.
It is, and like.
But now you just ruined my theory.
I'm sorry, sir, but I was like, wait a minute, you're tripping. I was like the first one, yes, but I'm like the second one. Wait a minute, I'm
right.
like the fucking dude from Captain Phillips is in it.
Yeah,
he's
right.
He's the dude who tells him like where the horse came from.
Yeah, you're right. And he's like, I can get you a real horse.
I can get you a real horse. He's like, I don't fucking want a real horse.
He's like, you're rich, man.
He's like, you're rich, bro. You're the guy. He's like, I don't give a shit about none of that,
because
bro.
there's no one. Yeah. Anyway, so it takes place 30 years later, and Ryan Gosling plays K.
Mm-hmm.
Blade Runner, like Deckard was in the first one, and he's tasked with the same type of job, but while he's exterminating a replicant played by Drax,
yes,
Dave Bautista, our favorite adult film star, as we've said previously, he finds something that sparks an investigation into what happened 30 years before, or almost 30 years, because there's he finds on the property where Bautista is, he finds a dead tree, and he sees something carved at the bottom, so he wipes away the dirt, and it's a date 6/10/21.
6/10/21,
and that means something. So he's going around and they find a box buried, so they dig up the box and they find bones, and it leads to this whole thing of a replicant who died and they buried the bones in, because Bautista was one of the replicants that was like an army doctor. So, and it was like his old like foot chest or whatever they called it, and so they're trying to figure out why these bones were buried there. They find out they belong to a replicant. So what happened? Because Ryan Gosling, K, from here on out, or Joe or K, depending on
because his girlfriend's name is fucking Joe.
It's Joy.
Joy. Sorry.
Yeah, Joy. Because she calls him Joe.
Yeah, I'm calling him K.
Okay, so K, he also finds photographs in the place which show a woman holding a baby by the tree. So this whole mystery or case gets kicked off with who's the baby, where's the baby, who's the woman in the photograph,
Mm-hmm.
who do the bones belong to? But Kay keeps having to go back to uh, his boss at the LAPD, the Princess Bride. Um,
Joshy.
uh, yeah, Robin Wright, played by
Mm-hmm.
Robin Wright, and he does this thing all the time where they have to bring him back to baseline, like
Mm-hmm.
when his emotions.
Yes.
So you,
This weird test.
yeah, so you notice it's almost like his own, like, I guess, Voight Comp test in a way
Yeah.
from the first one, because they could tell before you were a replicant because you don't get emotional at things.
Yeah.
But now, whatever, because Bautista was a Nexus 8, so K must be like whatever above that,
He's got to be
right?
a few models above, I would
Yeah,
think. Like, I think they say he's a 12, right?
and they
Or
might,
something like
yeah,
that. He's at least got to be a 12. Because,
yeah,
like, Batista's Nexus 8s are old.
yeah, because they were 6 in the
In
first
the
one.
first one, that was 30 years ago. So
Yeah,
8's got to be pretty old at this point.
so he keeps having to be put back at baseline because his emotions seem to be getting the better of him in certain situations.
And the test is so much simpler in this
Yeah,
one. It's like,
cells,
it
cells.
sells. Like,
Yeah, yeah, interlinked, interlinked.
interlinked. Interlinked.
Yeah,
And Gosling sells, like, he was perfect for the role because he's so fucking, like, he can be so, like, quiet and just so
yeah.
subdued and so laid back that he plays a replicant perfectly. And it's like
I'm not
the
sure if he's
emotions
a
he
replicant though. Is
grows.
that weird?
Right? K is a fucking
I'm
replicant.
not sure, and we'll go into it later.
All
But
right,
I'm
think K
still
is definitely a replicant.
I
Okay.
it's based on our conversation from 2 weeks ago, and rewatching like the work print of Blade Runner and this one again. There's certain things that happen that I'm not sure.
Is it because K gets his ass kicked just as much as Deckard, and you believe
Yes,
Deckard's a human? So is that why you think K is a human?
kind
Because
of,
he got
but
his ass whipped
he
this
did.
whole movie,
And
bro.
and even though he breaks through that wall at the one point,
Yeah, he
like
was
only a
fucking
replicant
getting
should be able
choked the
to.
fuck out.
But like is the dog real?
That was a good question. I didn't
What do
think
you think?
so. I didn't think so.
But if Deckard would have trained a dog to know who would be coming after him, right? You think he would have?
What do you think you would have attacked him?
Yes, because the dog did nothing but stare at him.
That's a good theory. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I'm
And he
basing it on
delivers
different.
the quote about the cheese.
Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah,
Very
because
interesting.
there's certain things like because even he says the child was made to think he was a replicant when he thinks it's
Mm-hmm.
him.
Mm-hmm.
Now, just because it wasn't him doesn't mean that they didn't do that. So these officers are able to do their job better and more efficiently.
True, but if K would at least be half replicant.
At least,
He at least you need a rep. That's what makes I feel like it takes a wolf to catch a wolf. So it's like
yeah.
as
So
somebody I would think he would at least be half replicant. Like if Deckard is human,
yeah,
then Anna is half human because Rachel is definitely a replicant. We know that.
yes, definitely.
So
Now,
we know that.
so Tyrell Corporation goes out of business after the first film,
Mm-hmm.
taken over by Wallace,
Wallace,
who was
played
played
by
by
your boy,
yeah,
Morbius.
yes, yeah, which is on Disney Plus. Morbius streaming on Disney
Guess I
Plus.
gotta watch it tonight.
Yeah.
You
So I always call him Jesus because he always looks like
he does
Jesus.
always look like Jesus.
And in this instance, it makes sense because of the type of character he's playing and the role he's playing. He's playing God.
He is.
He's literally playing God in this film.
I hope you like my recast for him. I had
And
two for him.
And I probably will because it's interesting how the film goes on because then once the Wallace and his corporation finds out about the bones and the baby,
Mm-hmm.
they do whatever they can to find Deckard.
There you go, 0 dark
and
30.
yeah,
Bro.
and who the baby is because his whole ambition, even though he creates millions of replicants who can do anything, and he calls them angels
Yes.
because angels are asexual; they can't reproduce. And the whole key to this is if they're able to reproduce, we need to know why and what happened.
Yep.
So that's his thing and his enforcer, that replicant.
Love. Woo!
Who wants to be
She is badass,
because
bro.
he says something to her at one point like you're the best angel. And then at the end she's like, I'm the best one.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's her whole goal is to be better than Kay.
she is better than Kay.
Is
I
she
mean,
better
he
than Kay?
wins. He wins, but god
Is
damn,
she better than Kay?
No.
It's a draw.
It,
It honestly is
it
a
is
draw
a
because
draw.
even though he wins,
She
she
still got him.
wins. Yeah.
It's an afterlife.
Yeah,
It's an
yeah.
afterlife
So,
one.
so it's kind of like
It's literally like playing Call of Duty when you get killed, but you threw a grenade, and that grenade killed someone after you're already dead.
Yeah, yeah.
Afterlife kill.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is. But
And-
dude,
And that's the basic plot of the film, just trying to find out who the child is and how Kay is a part of it if he is, and trying to find Deckard and what happened to Rachel.
well, whether Kay is human or not, he's important because he does join the revolution.
He does, yes.
So
yeah.
So regardless, like, and
Yeah.
Kay's relationship is extremely important to it all too, because
yeah.
it breaks into the strong, topic of what does it take to be human? Because Joy felt very human.
Yeah.
Joy felt more human than
Yeah.
even the replicants did.
Yeah, because Joy is a hologram, like AI companion.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's like, if you ever seen the movie Smart House from Disney back in the late 90s, you ever seen that movie?
I never
did.
did.
It's a Disney Channel movie.
It's
Actually
gotta be
really
fantastic.
great. It's actually
back then
great,
they cared
bro.
about their movies.
Yes, they actually.
Yeah.
It's actually. I love
Yeah.
it. I mean, guess I was a fucking child when I watched it. I watched it when I was like 25, and it was still good.
Did you ever see Up, Up and Away? That
Oh
was a Disney
yeah,
Channel
dude,
movie.
that's a banger.
Yeah, but they ripped it off for Sky High.
Bro, Sky High's fire too, though.
Yeah, but Disney ripped themselves off.
That's okay. You can rip yourself off. They do it all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's why they buy everything.
Shout out to
it's
Robert
ours.
Townsend in Up, Up and Away.
Yeah, hey, dude,
Meteor Man.
dude, dude, that shit. I think that's on Plus. I'm gonna have to watch that.
Okay,
dude, like Halloween Towns were slapping.
Oh yeah, dude, Debbie Reynolds.
Yeah,
Pansy from Toby Gillis.
Yes,
yeah.
yo, she was good in those.
Yeah.
You had fucking like the Luck of the Irish, dude. That was a good one. Fucking, what was the one? The roller skating one, dude. Those are all slapping. Listen, I'm getting way.
Okay.
This is not your.
This is
not in your realm. But
yeah, I'm sorry.
But anyway, so but the relationship between Joy and Kay, it's incredible. It's one of my favorite sci-fi couples because even though she's not real at all, like not even like replicant real.
No,
he can't actually touch her and be with her, but. Man, their relationship felt realer than people I see every day.
Yeah, because when you see him go in and you're first introduced to her, she's dressed like a 50s housewife.
She's dressed like a 50s housewife. And she's got dinner made.
Yeah.
And he's eating some bullshit, but she puts the hologram food over it, and it makes it look a lot better.
Yeah.
What the hell was he eating? It was like, I don't know. It was like
looked
black,
worse than whenever they fed RoboCop.
Yo.
You know what I mean? That baby food that they gave RoboCop.
That shit was so, and then like, at the end of RoboCop, when the chick cop rescues him and he's got to feed him, it's just so nasty. Anywho, but you know what else is gross? Snowpiercer. Those fucking protein bars.
Oh yeah.
One of the worst things I've ever seen eaten in a sci-fi film. Anyway,
have you watched that show yet, Snowpiercer?
Nah, bro. I kind of don't want. I want to because I like the actor, but she told me about it.
Yeah.
You know, we got a guest in the house, guys.
We do.
We got a guest in the house.
Cora, my daughter, who I reference every once in a while, is here with us.
She is here.
Yeah, almost every episode. Because we talk about something, I'm like, well, ask Cora.
Yeah, she knows a lot. She's a smart gal. Heavy reader. So she might get cross-reference here sitting behind us, but just want to throw that out there. You know, we won't put her on the spot or anything.
No. Anyway, she loved the Snowpiercer show, though.
I know. She told me about it. She was like, watch it. But
Daveed Diggs,
see, and she put me on him. I will say,
he's a great
she
actor.
put me on Hamilton, Blind Spotting, like all that shit.
Oh yeah,
and I actually quite enjoyed both those films. Hamilton really shocked me because I thought that shit was gonna be stupid. But it actually was
Wrapping Presidents.
Yeah, I was
as
like,
it was written.
As it was. That's a dude reference, guys.
Yeah, but as it was written by the guy whose name I can't. Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Yeah, I was like, he did the. What's the other one you keep In the Heights?
Oh, that's a good one.
That's the one she keeps telling me.
That is a really
watch
good
that
one.
too. But anywho, but Snowpiercer, man, we'll have to do a Snowpiercer. How long is the show? How many seasons?
Is it 4?
Oh, fuck that. We'll do the movie.
Yeah, it's 3 or 4. But the show is like a prequel to the movie.
Yeah.
So the movie would be because the movie's based on a French comic book.
Well, I love Bong Joon-ho.
Yeah.
So whatever.
Oh, it's 3 seasons.
That's too many, bro.
But it's like a TNT show, so it's only maybe like 8 episodes a season.
How long are they? An hour?
Hour, yeah. I know.
You guys are aware that's 24 hours.
Jennifer
right?
Connelly's in it.
Where you watched 7 movies last night?
So what? What does that mean?
That's a season of a show.
That is a season, but that's 7 different stories.
Oh wait, 7 movies. That could be 2 seasons if they're 2-hour films.
Some of them were 2 hours, some were an hour and a half. But that's 7 different stories. I'm watching the same damn thing all in a row.
But usually all these stories interconnect. There's different like tangents, and they all interconnect because
like
and Jennifer Connelly's great.
I do love Jennifer Connelly.
Yeah, she's great in it.
But like I told her, bro, I need variety. Like I told her, I was like, back in the day when I bought chips, I would always buy the variety pack because I needed to mix it up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But anywho, sorry guys, back to Blade Runner.
But
so
back to Kay and Joy.
Kay and Joy, great couple, top 5 fantasy or sci-fi couple easily. You know, of course, Han and Leia.
They're probably your favorite.
They're one of my favorites, but I really like Sol and Caprice from Crimes of the Future. I like Neo and Trinity too from The Matrix.
Honestly, you can't forget like Flash Gordon and Dale Arden. Because from like the Buster Crabbe stuff from the 30s, right?
Yeah.
Because that led to everything. And Buck Rogers and
you're right.
And
I wouldn't even thought about that.
Yeah,
you are right.
Because they're the template for all of these.
They really are. Yeah. They really are. So.
And they're both Buck and Flash in the 30s and early 40s. Still Buster Crabbe.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dude was in everything.
Yeah, he was.
I couldn't believe how much shit he was in when we were covering that.
And Tarzan and Jane, because he was Tarzan at one point too.
That's kind of sci-fi-y, right?
Yeah, I mean it was written by Edgar Rice Burroughs, the guy who did John Carter.
Okay, one of your favorites.
Yeah, like 100 years
old.
ago.
So, yeah, I was like 100 years.
Yeah, so like it has that sort of sci-fi-esque thing to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So Joy and Kay, they have a very real seeming relationship, and he buys her a little gift, and it kind of adds some human edge to her. It doesn't make her human or make her real, but
she's allowed to go out of the house.
She can move now, and she can like kind of experience more life than she could before, like when she goes out in the rain and stuff. You know? So that was really cool. And
yeah, because she accompanies him now.
She does.
Instead of just waiting for him to come home.
And he loves it. And now I was like, yo, I guess like I got a girlfriend. Like we were talking about the wood. When he goes to see her at the wood, she's chilling out, waiting for him, you know, standing there. And I was like, dang, that's really dope. So, I mean, listen, Wallace Corp, or what were they called?
It was just Wallace.
It was just Wallace, right? That's what I was like.
Because they make Joy.
Yeah. So
that's one of their products.
Yeah. So I'm like, their product is good. And there's a quote that Love throws out all the time. I hope you're enjoying our product, or I hope you're satisfied with our product.
Yes.
Which we'll get to in best quotes.
There's a lot in this film.
There's a lot. I was like, there ain't gonna be no quotes in this one.
Oh, there's
and then
too
by
many.
the time I finished, I was like, holy shit, there was a lot.
I just went on to IMDb for the quotes because I knew, because a lot of the quotes that I remembered are from Wallace.
Mm-hmm. Wallace says a lot.
Yeah, especially when he's talking to Deckard.
Yes. Oh, that whole scene.
Yeah.
Bro, when he's on the platform and you can see the reflection from the water.
Oh,
bro.
yeah.
Oh, my God.
The way
Denis is so sick with the fucking effects in it, dude.
Yeah.
He went stupid with this one, but yeah, the product's great. So their relationship is very important because it does push forward Kay getting deeper into the revolution and getting more in touch with his human side.
So what is the revolution?
So the revolution is essentially there's a group of replicants that are out. They're free, essentially. What do they call them? The free replicants or something like that? I think
something like that.
So they're free, and they kind of liberate other replicants.
And that prostitute was one. I didn't
realize.
She was,
yeah. Mariette was one.
Yeah.
And that's who she puts the tracker on Kay. And
I
that's
was wondering
why,
because you're watching the film, you're like, why is this
important?
Because you don't realize she's a replicant until later.
Yes, but well, I kind of figured she was a replicant when he first meets her out at the outside food court looking area. Yeah. And she's telling her about the tree, and she's like, "Well, I've never seen a tree." And I was like, she feels replicant-y to me.
But anyone after, she would have been too young at that point to have known anything before the war.
Oh, yeah. That's what I'm like, she was just a pleasure model, I'm sure.
Yeah. She's a Priss.
She's a Priss. She is this movie's Priss, essentially.
Yeah, you're right.
Because she is down for the cause. And it's like, the great thing about this film, though, is
she dresses like Zora, but she acts like Priss.
Acts like Priss, yeah. The great thing about this one, though, is kind of flips the first one on its head because the first one kind of ends bleak and hopeless a little bit, and this one kind of ends very hopeful.
Yeah, you're right. And the weird thing is, like, the structure of it, it begins just like the first one because the only difference is, like, Kay is the Holden character.
Yep.
And he doesn't die trying to
do the first replicate.
Yeah.
He said, "What?"
Yeah.
Fucking Leon.
That's really the only difference, right? Like, but it's structured. The first act is structured almost exactly like the first film to get to know Kay's character better.
Yep. Yeah, because
that familiarity you need.
Because you see when he meets Batista's character, you can already tell Batista's been through a lot and knows a lot. He knows way more than Kay. Because he says to him, like, you know, you only hunt us down because you scrape the shit. You've never seen a miracle. Yes.
Yeah.
So you already know Batista's character knows some shit. And Kay is like, I'm here to do a job. He was very on. He's like, you want something to eat? He's like, I prefer to eat after the hard part of the day is done.
Yeah, I prefer to keep my stomach empty.
Yeah, I'm empty. Yeah. So
the hard work is done. Yeah.
And they have a great fight. Like,
oh my god.
They have a great fight. Yo, Batista threw the wall.
And you know what? It reminded me of Roy Batty.
Yeah.
Oh, and another thing. Okay, just really quick, back to the first one. I was watching the work print, and I'm looking at Rutger Hauer. Think of him as Roy Batty. You know who he reminded me of? A young Paul Newman.
He is like,
isn't that crazy?
He does kind of look like a young Paulie.
He does, and even the way he was acting, it's like
they got that. It's the eye.
Yeah, kind of like Cool Hand Luke.
Yeah, I almost watched that the other day.
Great film. But I was watching it like, holy shit, like he could have been like
Paul Newman would have been. That would have been so cool to see Paul Newman in a role like this. Just films like that weren't coming out when he was at the right age.
No,
you know
not at all. Like, but I think Rutger Hauer put enough of like a Paul Newman-esque thing into his performance that it elevated it more for me.
It did. Oh, I thought he was one of my MVPs for the first one. He was insane.
And watching it again so I could like focus on it more, I could see why. Like for as little time as he's in there, he makes that film what it is.
He does. He does. So, you know, we'll break some more shit down
in
watchable scenes, but to keep it pushing forward. So eventually shit hits the fan with this girl, okay? And you don't know this at the time. You just, when you first meet her, you just think she's a doctor that works, you know, for these folks.
Oh, yeah, the one who does the memories.
Yes, you just think Anna does memories and she's a doctor and whatever.
But she needs a sterile environment because she has immunocompromised.
Yeah, and she, you know, she very much cares about her work.
Yeah.
And she implants the memories, and she's the reason Kay has the horse memory.
Yes.
Which is what leads him to believe that he is Deckard's son.
Yeah, because Rachel's he finds the horse.
Yes, he finds a horse. So he's like, it's got to be me. And like, the film makes you think that.
Yeah, because he's then like, this memory has to be real because he remembers where it was hidden. So he goes to the place and he finds
it. Yeah.
And it's like, it is me.
When I first saw it, I was like, holy shit.
And on the bottom of it is carved
6/10/21. Yeah. And I was like, damn. When I first saw it, I saw the shit in theaters way back.
Yeah, me too.
Damn, bro. That shit, because I'm like, dude, this is so cool if Ryan Gosling is Harrison Ford's son.
Yeah.
I'm like,
and you could kind of see it.
You can see it. That's especially when they meet, you're like, bro, it's gotta be, right?
Yeah.
Because like, Kay felt like a young Deckard.
Yeah, he did.
He felt like a young Deckard in the way he went about his business. He likes to be alone. You know, he does his thing. And kind of the way he was with Joy kind of reminded me of Deckard and Rachel.
Yeah.
You know, I was just like, bro, and like Joy's the one that she kind of makes him believe that he is too when she pulls out the DNA.
And that's when she starts calling him Joe because she's like, I always knew you were special.
But she is special. Oh, man, we'll get into that.
Yeah.
So he does, so after he meets the doctor and he has this little freak out moment, you know, God damn.
Oh,
he freaks out a little bit.
Yeah, because he knew it was real.
And like, and I love the actress who played Anna was great. Like, even though you don't see her but maybe 10 minutes in the whole film, it's such a she stays with you.
It's impactful.
It is. And she drops a couple of tears as she's telling him this shit. And I'm like,
oh yeah, because she's like, this memory is real.
And that's what I'm like, bro. And like, I didn't think about it the first time I watched it. 'Cause, you know, you're just going along with it. But like, after you watch it a second time and you see that scene, you already know, you're like, you know something's up with her.
Yeah, you can see the clues that he was.
Yes. I'm like, you don't, that's why this movie demands multiple watches, at least 3 or 4. Like I've seen this movie probably 5 or 6 times at least, and every time I pull something new out of it. Like so, I just thought that scene was great, but we'll get to that a little bit later. But so now Kay is kind of on a mission to figure this shit out. So
because if he's the one,
yep, he's like, I'm the one. I gotta be the one.
Yeah.
And so he wants to find Deckard because obviously Deckard's the only person who knows what's what.
Yeah, what happened to Rachel? What happened to the
what happened
baby?
to Rachel, the baby, everything. So we go to one of my favorite cities on this earth, Las Vegas, and he brings our girl Joy with him. And dude, you go. What was it, like a casino?
It was. It
looked
everything's
like a mansion
abandoned
almost. Yeah,
Yeah, everything's abandoned, but it is a casino, and
it's so beautiful.
it's wherever they have the hologram of Elvis.
Yeah, the hologram of Elvis. It still works.
Yeah.
After all this
I like
time.
this song.
Yep, I like this song, which I had in quotes. But dude, you first of all, the world he built here. This version of Vegas, this post-apocalyptic Vegas, is fucking beautiful. It's like all dust in the sky, but it's like this orangey tint, and you can see the blueprints for Dune these scenes with the way he played with the colors and shit. Because when you see Kay walk into the house and it's just all the orange shadows around him and the car in the back, one of the dopest shots in a film in the last 20 years.
And those huge statues,
the big old statues. They're giant. I'm like, man, where are they? I feel like they're not this big now, but they're giant. But the casino itself is sick looking. Even though it's fucked up, it still looks super cool, and it's got a futuristic vibe to it. And Deckard meets Kay, or Kay meets Deckard, I should say.
Yeah.
And Deckard's ready for his ass.
He is, because he asked him a question out of Treasure Island.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, got any cheese with you, boy, or something?
And he knew. And he's like, oh, you're a reader. That's why it's good to have this one around, because she reads all the books, so she be knowing some random shit. But
that's true.
She knows the most random shit ever. But it's true. But so these two dudes have it was really just Deckard beating the shit out of Kay, because Kay didn't want to fight him.
No, he didn't.
Kay's like, I'm here to talk to you. I'm not here to catch you.
Yeah, because he just said, I have questions.
I got questions. And Deckard, of course, thinking, oh, one of you motherfuckers finally caught me.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm like, is Deckard a replicant? Because Deckard knows at any day that door could get kicked down. Batista knew.
Yeah.
At some point, that door's going to get kicked down.
If he is a replicant, I have a scientific theory as to how everything could have played out, but we'll talk about it later.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was talking with Felicia about it, and she's like, oh, was there this involved? And I'm like, wait, what? What's that? And she's like, oh, this.
That medical perspective.
Yeah. So then she went into it, and I'm like, that would make total sense if just one thing was involved in the making of the replicants as to how everything could have transpired.
You're cheating. You're taking medical advice. Can't take pro advice. No,
well,
it's all good.
She just brought up something from her perspective, having never seen the film.
That's what I was like. She's seen these?
No.
You might have to sit her down. Get
she might really enjoy them.
Yeah. Now, so of course.
So they fight. And
they fight. Then they make up.
Yeah. I can't say mad at you.
Hey, you're like, you could be my dad.
Yeah, exactly.
But Deckard gives him the information he needs. He tells him, because essentially Kay is criticizing him for some of the decisions he made, but Kay doesn't realize these were group decisions.
Yeah.
This wasn't just him abandoning his child.
Yeah.
This was a decision to protect her, essentially.
Yeah, for the welfare of all replicants.
Replicants, yes. Yeah. This was way bigger than Deckard, way bigger. He's like, this is way bigger than me and being there for my kid or not. Like, this is for essentially our race's survival.
Yeah.
So, and of course, it is a miracle that, because we'll talk about the next scene. But of course, Love tracks down. Okay, well, Love
is her name Love?
It's Luv.
Oh, it is Love.
Yeah, I'm like, so she tracks. First of all, she kills Joshi, Kay's commanding officer.
Oh yeah,
with that glass scene,
she
crushes the glass, and then she cuts her across the stomach on some crazy shit. And that was when I was like, yo, this bitch crazy. And I was, oh my god.
But she wants to be the best one.
She is the best one. I loved her. I thought she was incredible.
So honestly, her motivation might have been, if they find out whatever, she might be the first one other than Rachel to be able
Yeah.
to prove that she is the best.
Yes, because she's like, I am the next Rachel. Because Rachel
Yeah.
was different. Rachel
Yeah.
was Tyrell's right hand girl.
Yes.
And she was definitely more advanced than the other replicants.
Yeah, just like she
she
is
is with
Wallace.
Wallace. Yeah. Like,
because even her hair is more like a modern Rachel.
yes, she's got the short bangs.
And I don't mean the
little...
haircut from Friends. I mean Rachel from Blade Runner. You know, the way her hair was.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bro, whoa, I love. Like, dude, I love that bitch. I loved her character. She's a fucking, she's so,
she's a monster.
She's sick, but like, she plays it so well. I'm like, God, and something about her, she just has this deadpan stare that's just, it peers into your soul and it kind of grabs you. I'm like, this bitch, she bought in. She was like, yo, I'm about to be a jerk in this film. She probably has so much fun playing this too. She's like, I'm gonna beat the shit out of Ryan Gosling, beat that shit out of Harrison Ford. She said, I'm gonna beat the shit out of everybody who comes across my path. She did, bro. She's stomping on Kay's face and shit. Oh my God. Then of course,
and our buddy David Baxmaltian. I mispronounced his name, but you know, Polka Dot Man.
Oh he's in this. Yes,
but she kills him.
She kills everyone.
Really.
Only person she didn't get is Deck, really.
Yeah,
she gets Kay, she gets Joy.
Yeah,
is, bro. We'll talk about that.
It's devastating for you still.
Dude, it put a tear in my eye.
Just because what she says,
dude. Yes, she doesn't get to finish it.
Is it just as bad as Mr. Stark? I don't feel so good.
It's pretty much just as bad as that.
Yeah. I mean, heart-wrenching. Heart-wrenchingly bad.
It is, because it might be worse because you know, Peter's gonna come back.
Yeah, that's true. Whereas
Joy's done. Joy's done, bro. That's it.
Yeah.
Like, you have to buy new. You know what I mean? It's like,
and retrain it and
it's
stuff.
like,
because he sees the ad afterwards and he's just staring at it like
yeah, because it's just like, it's like a vehicle, right? Like, you could say it's just a car and you can get another one. But, dude, you have a car for 10, 15 years. You grow attachment to it. It's like when I just got rid of my car, I fucking love my car. You know what I mean? So it's like...
It's memories.
It's memories, dude. It's like...
Experiences, and then, like, everything.
You might get a better version of one, but it never feels the same.
No.
You know what I mean? No. It takes time to get over that wound, just like you losing a pet or a friend or family or anything.
Yeah.
So it's like, shit. Losing Joy, bro, I was like... Oh, this man just like lost his wife. You know what I'm saying?
And it's like a slap in the face because the ad is like, you look like a good Joe. Like she says that to him and you can kind of feel his
he just goes cold after that.
I want to say like anger almost take hold of him, and that's why I think he goes cold, because he's a replicant and you're not supposed to have emotions. Why do all the replicants in this film have emotions?
Because I just think that's like when AI advance. I think it's all about advancement in AI and the combination of tech versus emotion and how they can blend. Because no matter what, you could be the smartest dude in the world. If you make tech products, you make it emotionally still.
And Wallace kind of gets him out of what could almost be considered like an amniotic sac. After he makes them. So and so I'll talk about Felicia's question.
Mm-hmm.
She said, is there like an Eve something? I forget what she called it. And I was like, what is that? And she's like, is there like one human cell used in making these replicants?
Yes, there is.
Because if so, that would be how like Rachel would have been able.
Yeah.
So that's how Rachel would have been able to give birth eventually. And, you know, even I guess Deckard, if he is a replicant, be able to produce something. Because if there's one human cell involved in their creation, that would be how that's possible down the line.
Yeah, and it's like, of course, and if they're going to reproduce, each offspring is going to be more and more human, most likely.
Yeah, because that could be, in theory, how humans came around if some alien race, like the engineers in Prometheus, you know.
That's some crazy shit.
Yeah, just to tie into Ridley Scott theory.
That's acid talk right there.
Yeah, sorry.
Bro, you put 4 dudes in a room on some illicit drugs. They talk about this shit for 10 hours straight.
Yeah.
Dude, because you evolve as people. We've all evolved. And it's like, I don't see why it would be any different with replicants if they have human DNA in them.
And they don't say anything in this film about lifespans.
They don't. And it seems like Wallace kind of got rid of that shit.
Yeah.
Because it seems like in this world, this current world, if you're a replicant and you do what you're supposed to do, they'll leave you alone.
Yeah, because it seems like they're now legal on the planet.
Yeah, because they, there's replicants all over walking around.
Yeah,
Like we
'cause
got
they-
replicant prostitutes walking
Yeah,
around.
because they were illegal in the first film.
Mhm. And
So-
there was 6. 2 of them died. So
Yeah.
there was 4 replicants and then the
Yeah.
Blade Runners.
I do have a correction from our other Blade Runner episode. I said that 2 died in the crash. They didn't. They died breaking into Tyrell.
Breaking into Tyrell.
Because the electric fence, they were electrocuted.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I apologize for getting that.
It's all
mixed
good.
up.
The nerds, they
Yeah.
corrected us as they were watching.
Yeah.
Yeah, they.
I'm sure.
But
I'm sure.
But yeah, that's the beauty of this film because and Blade Runner as a whole, and this is why I've personally said I think Blade Runner as a series are the best sci-fi films because I think it tackles the questions of AI versus humanity.
Yeah.
And it hits it from every angle that you could think of.
And it's a creation story at the same time.
It is.
So it's just another variation of what every civilization has come up with.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a creation story for after. I hate to say after Earth because that is a film, but like after the destruction of Earth. You know what I mean? It's like a different creation story. Like how do we keep the human race going after everything has died off? All life has died off.
Yeah, and that's pretty much what. And it's like, of course, Wallace looks at himself like God because he feels like he's doing that.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm populating this Earth.
Yeah.
I'm making the Earth feel as normal as it did at some point.
But they're all angels at this point because they can't reproduce.
Yep.
So once he gets that knowledge, he will be
game
God.
over.
Yeah,
like,
he's only like halfway there.
It's game over. And it's like, and there is room for a 3 because Wallace is still out there.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wallace is out there. Yeah, Love might be gone, but he can make another Love. And Deckard's still out there. And Anna's out there.
And the replicants, I did hear, believe it or not, they're making a series, I think, for Amazon, Blade Runner 2099.
I see it. I'll watch that probably.
And I read
depending on who's doing it and writing it.
I did read that they're going to have elements of like Brave New World in it.
Okay.
Have you ever read Brave New World?
I've never read it, but I know what it is.
Yeah, it's basically 150 pages of junk, and then the main character is introduced. And the main character is in a futuristic society, a man that's actually born from a woman. And he becomes almost like a circus freak, like this attraction for people because it's like this savage because it's like I think it's like in Central or South America, like some native tribe or whatever that wasn't touched by culture. It's been a while since I read it, but he ends up being this freak that they flaunt around because everyone is like a test tube baby at that point. So it's a lot like Man of Steel.
Okay,
how Kal-El is like actually born of a woman, so he's different, and everyone else.
Then
is
you
a test tube baby.
You bring the Christ-like into it at the same time,
and that's the thing. Like in Brave New World, this character is made to be like Christ.
He's Christ-like for sure.
And so, if they're doing elements of that, it would probably be the daughter who was actually born of a replicant, and showing that that's possible. She would be an anomaly that shows people that this thing that's never happened before, or like in Brave New World, it hadn't happened for probably centuries, is able to happen, and how that would change society.
Yeah,
I know nothing about the series, but that's just what I got from hearing Brave New World because I could see it in this film.
Yeah, I mean that makes a ton of sense, and damn, it really does. So
yeah,
they could really pick the show up right, like literally 10 minutes after the movie ends.
Yeah, because it ends.
It ends perfectly.
It does. Like
it's so open. It's the perfect open-ended ending that feels like an ending.
Yes,
because it's like if you leave it here, it's still perfect.
You never see Deckard smile.
You never
do
see
you?
him smile
Until the end.
And I love how they just end it with the shot of his face, like that, Oh God, Denis knew.
Yeah,
Denis' editor, whoever edited this movie, that motherfucker, he needs an A+. He needs a gold star.
And honestly, even that scene where with his hand, where when Kay gives him the horse, like how weird, like his hand kind of looks because of the angle, but it's perfect for some crazy reason. Because Harrison Ford is a master carpenter. I'm like, did he make that horse?
Maybe he did.
You know what I mean?
Maybe he did.
So you're almost looking at like the hands that made it, because he probably made Deckard. I'm sure made it
Yeah.
in the story, but knowing that Harrison Ford is capable of it, it's like it's a more emotional moment. The way he handles it, it's
because
he's remembering.
He's remembered from his real life old days and his in film old days, which is very an interesting parallel because. Yeah, Harrison Ford knows how to handle wood. Yeah, he knows how to handle wood.
And although that sounds dirty,
I was just about to say, don't take that the wrong way.
Yeah, but no, he does because everyone knows that's who Harrison Ford is outside of acting.
Yeah, he's a woodman,
and he does all that acting because you don't see his face; it's all in his hand.
Yep,
and it's crazy how pertinent just those two scenes are because they're one right after the other.
And it's crazy because like. That's a testament to Harrison Ford because Harrison Ford doesn't come into like what the hour 40 mark of this movie. Hour and a half?
Yeah. I was gonna say it's almost it's not quite. It's over halfway through.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, he comes in like right at the beginning of the third act. It's like an hour and 40.
So he's only in it for like an hour.
Yeah, but God, he makes an impact fast.
Yeah,
and like that's when he's introduced. That's when the movie hits the gas because like. It's a slow burn up to that point.
Yeah.
But once Deckard comes in, that's when the shit starts popping. So then Kay gets his ass whipped. Joy gets killed. They think Kay's gonna die in Vegas.
Yeah.
But they don't know Mariette put the tracker on him.
Yes.
So the revolution comes, finds him, and they deliver the most devastating blow that anyone could ever take. That it's not him.
Yeah,
that is not the one.
That the girl.
It's
and he's
the
like,
girl.
what?
He's like, girl, she had a boy, and she was like,
I saw it with my own eye.
Yeah,
and it's interesting. The leader of the resistance took out her right eye, so no one can check to see if she's a replicant.
Which is smart, bro. It is smart, but
it
she looks crazy. They could have.
Yeah,
she should have eye patched it or like.
Yeah, she always wears sunglasses.
Yeah, you're right. I would have.
And she only took it off to show him, like, go ahead and check me, bro.
I'd be looking like Rachel Wise in The Favorite, bro. I'd make some sexy little like. Things to put over my eye, so it looked like a fashion statement. Have you seen The Favorite?
I have
Yorgos Lanthimos. So
Olivia Colman and
and Oscar winner for it. Rachel Wise, Emma Stone.
Emma Stone,
I almost
said Oliver Stone.
Oliver Stone is a great director.
Oliver Stone, he was fantastic.
He was fantastic playing a nice woman back in the day. But Rachel Wise gets the scar like right on her face, like a hard one in it. And like instead of like bitching and crying about it, she's so hard in it. She just makes like fashionable things to put over it, so it just always goes with her outfits. Pretty cool. But
it's because she's married to Daniel Craig.
Yeah, which is crazy. James Bond.
Yeah,
dude, she's 53, still looking right. That's what I was like. Damn,
still looking like she did in The Mummy,
bro. Whew, that was game changing. When I was a kid, saw The Mummy, I was like, okay. Not all British women are ugly.
Yeah.
I was like, how I feel about British women. Anyway. But wait, what's his name is British, right? The bitch from Teaching Mrs. Tingle. Why can't I think of her name? Helen Mirren.
Oh, Helen Mirren.
She's English, right?
Yeah.
She was pretty back in the day.
She's for an older woman.
I mean, she's still looking good. Yeah, I'm like, shoot, she's still looking good.
She's in 1923 with Harrison Ford, some Yellowstone show.
Dude, I want to watch that. I'm a Western. Yeah. See, I'm a Western man, bro.
Yeah, do you like Yellowstone?
I haven't watched it, but I want to.
It's kind of like
Costner though, and I'm like, I love Costner.
I know a lot of like, I know some older people who love it.
I know some younger people who love it.
Yeah, and I'm just like,
yeah, so you like it?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I hear a lot, bro. I hear.
1889, I think is the other spin-off.
Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah.
That one was good too.
Dang.
Wow. And then Bass Reeves somehow ties into it, right?
I guess
because it's the same creator.
Yeah, I'm
Tyler Sheridan, I believe.
I might have to just get lost in his Western world.
But look, Wes Bentley is in Yellowstone, and after American Beauty, like his star was on the rise. I don't know what happened.
He just fell off. Crazy.
Because he would have been a great Batman.
He would have actually.
Yeah.
He was real good in American Beauty.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
So we're getting right here at the end of the film. So
actually, yeah, because once they pick him up at K and he finds out who the person really is, like just that it's female, I think he pieces it together.
I think he realizes I've already met this person.
Yeah, because he realizes if he thought it was him and that memory,
he was
she
like,
was tearing up.
Yep,
because she had a machine. We didn't say she had a machine that he could sit at, and she could see his memory and
Mm-hmm.
know if it was real or not.
Mm-hmm.
Knowing it was real or not obviously depended on if it was her memory.
Yep. And she was kind of giving dudes her memory.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm like, he figures it out. He knows. Because obviously he knows where to take Deck. So,
Yeah.
but then, of
But
course.
Deck is already kidnapped by Love.
Yep, Love got
Yeah.
Deck. And there's a crazy scene where Deck talks to Wallace, and Wallace makes him a deal. Essentially, for information, I will remake you a Rachel.
Yeah.
And he turns it down, and they kill the Rachel right in front of him.
Yeah, because he made one, but there was one flaw. Because Deck is like, she had green eyes.
Mm-hmm.
So your girl Love kills another thing.
Love is a straight killer, bro.
She's all about hate.
She is. No love. Do you think that's why he named her that? Because
Maybe.
she's the most hateful thing in the damn film.
Maybe.
Because
that's
she
how
is
he
a
designed
hateful
her to be.
bitch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She hates. So after that happens, my man Kay does rescue Deckard, but
Oh
in the
my God.
process, it's one of the best action scenes in the movie.
It
In the
is.
process, though, Kay does have to face Love again. And my gosh, she was whooping his ass, bro.
And Kay chokes her out
He chokes her on some gangster shit, though.
underwater, and
He drowns her, bro.
and now that we're talking about it, I realize it's because she kills Joy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He's
That was
like-
a revenge.
At
was
at that
revenge.
point, he doesn't give a shit about Deckard.
That was revenge. He's
Yeah.
like, you killed my bitch. I'm like,
Yeah.
kill you. I'm like, dude. I'm like, girl.
Yeah.
You killed my chick. I gotta kill you, bro. Right?
Yeah.
I have to. It's like
And
there's
look,
just
he's not just Ken.
he's not. He's way more than he's
Yeah.
not just K.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
is. But Oscars is Sunday. It'd be so
Oh,
cool
yeah.
if they snuck around and gave my man Best Supporting Actor. They won't. That's Robert Downey Jr.'s,
Yeah.
but that would be cool.
Have you seen the Barbie movie?
Of course she has.
Okay, good.
You
Okay,
got,
yes,
you got
good.
a Barb out.
Okay.
I'm Barbenheimer.
You
know
did.
me,
I-
because I do. I'm a freak.
Yeah.
But so Kay, he murders this woman violently, and as happy as I was that he killed her, I was kind of sad because I loved Love. Love was one of my favorite characters. She was hard as fuck. She was that villain presence the film needed.
Yeah.
You know, to add some. You need somebody to hate.
There's a really great line from one of your favorite albums, The Rise and Fall of Ziggy Stardust and Spiders
Classic,
from Mars.
classic.
In Stone Love, all I have is my love of love, but love is not loving.
That
actually-
that's the
that's her
truest.
right there.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's such a true line. It's not even funny how relevant that line is.
Yeah,
It's kind of scary actually. It makes you sad and hopeless.
Yeah.
But
Great song.
it's-
Great album. but still.
That's the front to back 10 out of 10, maybe
Yeah.
11 out of 10. So Kay murders there. And it's a great scene. It's a good fight scene. There's all kinds of water, and the score is all
'cause
crazy.
Because the flying car that they're in, like, is sinking because
Yeah,
it's
it's sinking.
disabled.
Yeah,
Kay disables it. He kills off these other two escort cars because they need to take Deckard off world because that's where Wallace has things to really torture him to get the information he needs.
Mhm.
And Kay swoops in just in time, so they can't get to the launch pad, I guess, where they need to go to get him off world,
Mhm.
but it's near water
Yep.
because they're around LA anyway, so it's
Yeah.
probably just off the coast.
Which is like, quick question about the weather. Was that snow or dust?
It's
out in
probably
LA?
it's probably fallout.
Yeah,
It's
because
probably still dust from.
I'm
It's-
like, bro, it
it's-
was falling. I'm like, it
Yeah.
ain't snowing in LA.
No, it
That's
can't be
like-
unless the environment got so fucked up from the war that it might have been.
It could, but it didn't
Yeah.
look like
'Cause look-
regular snow though.
It could have been because you notice like his coat had the fur
He
lining.
did have the fur lining.
Yeah,
But I'm
so,
like, it could have just been December
but in LA,
in LA. Yeah, I mean, it gets chilly in
'Cause-
LA a little bit.
because his coat did mirror Deckard's coat in the first
It
one.
did.
Because there is one scene in the first one where Deckard has it up,
He does,
just like
but no
Kay
fur.
does. Yeah, no
'Cause
fur
it
though.
was
Yeah,
cool. I guess it was a little warmer then.
yeah,
you know?
and I'm sure it's fake fur because everything there's no
yeah,
real
there's no
natural
animals to kill.
Yeah, 'cause all the animals in the first one are all fake.
Yeah, I'm like, they're killing fake animals for
Yeah.
fake fur.
Yeah.
That's weird thing about.
I'm throwing fake
Yeah,
paint
it's
on you
fake
to
leather
protest.
too. Yeah, I was like the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pleather, it's faux
Yeah.
leather. Yeah, it's all fake. So after Kay takes Deckard, to where he needs to go. Kay gets severely injured fighting Love.
Oh, he does. Yeah,
it's fatal.
Because Love, she's like, I got to fight Kay. And Wallace is like, yeah, you got to fight Kay. And she's like, all right, I'll take a stab at it.
Yep, she literally. She does. She hits my man with the stab. Yo, Kay gets stabbed a few times in this movie, yo. Because Batista stabs him too.
Oh, you're right.
Yo, he gets stabbed a couple times.
He gets beat the F up,
He
man.
does, bro. That's what I'm like, bro. Him and Deckard got. That's what I was like father, like son. He's getting his ass whooped just like his dad was.
And that's just it. Unless obviously you have Holden in the first one gets shot to death. Yeah. Deckard gets beat the hell up, and so does
he gets beat up by Chris, by Zora, and by fucking Leon, and fucking and really gets his ass whooped by Roy. Like every Deckard or not Deckard, every replicant alive beats the living shit out of Harrison Ford in the first one.
Yeah, especially Leon and Roy.
Roy fucked his ass up.
Leon was pissed off about.
So yeah, I mean he does get whooped a lot. So it does. There's a lot of. Because I'm kind of in the camp of if Deckard's a replicant, then so is Kay. If Deckard's human, so is Kay.
Yeah.
So
and that's what's weird. The reason I say Deckard might be human is only for one stupid reason in the first film. Replicants are illegal on Earth.
They are.
So why would they? Unless they just program him, we talked about it before, to not realize that he's a replicant.
Yes, and I think that's what it was. I think they wanted him to think he was human, so he would feel
no
illegal, remorse
why would
about.
He be on Earth?
Well, you need the replicants to catch the rogue replicants. They're like, listen, we keep a couple of these motherfuckers alive. Let them think they're human, and when we need them, we got them.
Yeah,
you gotta have them.
Because Rachel did ask him twice. Have you ever given yourself this test?
Yep. And he's like...
And it's before you could just look up and see the serial number in the eyeball. So, because that's the easy way now. You don't need the test anymore.
You don't, yep.
You just need to get back to base.
Yep. And it's like...
And the LAPD now is all about that base,
Yep. No trouble. But I think... I still think Decker's a replicant. Because when she asked... There's a lot of things in the first one that points to he is... But the second one could make you question that.
Yeah.
So it's like...
And that's the problem, because he is so much older.
Mm-hmm. And it's like, damn, you survived this long?
Yeah.
That's what I'm like...
Like, he could only really survive, I think, because he's human. And the reason they want him and he's in hiding is because he knows there's something...
At least half.
Well, there's something in his junk that can...
Yo, his nut can create, you know what I mean? His soldiers march.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So... He's doing things. It's like, bro, you got the miracle seed, so I get it. You know, it's so
the Jesus juice, if you will, to quote Michael Jackson.
So, Kay brings Deckard to Dr. Anna, who is his daughter.
Yeah,
and
he's like, "Go see your daughter."
Go see your daughter, and that's oh my god, it's one of the best lines in the film. And Deckard walks in, and Kay lays on the stairs, and
he shows us.
Kay, doesn't he pull the horse out of his pocket again?
Well, no, he just shows that like that stab wound.
He showed the stab wound. That's right.
Yeah.
And we know. I'm like, damn, bro, you got it fatally, which is like.
Oh yeah, because that's when it looks like it's snowing.
Yeah.
I think it might be ash. Believe it or
not.
That's
what I'm like. It's got to be ash or dust or something like that.
Yeah, because the atmosphere is so fucked up.
It's so fucked up. That's what I'm like. I feel like it wouldn't.
There's so much radiation.
Yeah, would it be able to even snow? But it looks like snow. So yeah. But Kay lays on the stairs, and I believe he dies. Which he dies.
Yeah, he does. Because if you watch it, the close up of him laying on the steps, he's breathing. And then he tenses up and he stops breathing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he does.
So you know, he dies just as this new life is beginning.
Yep, this new life, this new relationship, all that. And of course,
he sacrificed himself for the cause.
He did for the cause, and this was the biggest one. Like, you brought them together. He's never even gotten to know his daughter, so now you're giving Deckard more of a reason to live.
Yeah,
and clearly Anna's smart. So she's like fucking Timothy Chalamet and fucking Dune, you know?
Yeah.
She's that level of importance.
You're right, because of Chalamet being the Benny and the Jets.
Yeah.
The Benny Gesserit and Red Human.
Yeah. she's human, replicant, everything, and
Yeah.
and you know, of course, everybody in the calls was like, "We all wish it was us."
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I
we
mean?
all
That's what
do.
she said. We all wish it was
Yeah,
us. So
but you know, One-Eyed Willie knows that it's not.
you
Right? One-Eyed Willie knows who she
she
is.
does, and it's
Yeah.
like, but it's such a beautiful, beautiful ending. Like, because like
You gotta hand it
you
to
gotta.
him. That's what you have to do.
Yes, you have to hand it to him. But it was, this film always knocks me away, blows me away. It's one of the most beautiful. It's definitely to me, it's the best sci-fi film to come out easily in the last 20 years. I would even take it over Revenge of the Sith.
Why do you say that? I'm just curious. Because I agree with you, but I want to know why you think it is.
Well, one, I think visually, first things first. Okay, we won't even talk about the visuals. I think it achieves everything a sci-fi should hit. It's got great tech, something about the advancement of tech in the future. There's a dystopian vibe to it
Oh yeah.
because you kind of need a little bit of dystopian going on in a sci-fi, or it just don't
Yeah,
feel
yeah,
real.
because there's no reason for people to keep going
Yes,
if unless something tragic happened and then they got together and united after that.
yes.
Because of the division we see all the time, it gives us hope for the future.
A sci-fi film should be like a phoenix. You know, you
Yeah.
got to rise from the ashes.
Yes,
So
yes, I get it.
that's, and Blade Runner has all that sauce, all the stuff you want from a sci-fi movie. Good action, but not too much.
Yeah.
Great tech.
Great
a
story.
great story. I'm like,
Yeah.
the story alone is a great story. It's got a relationship between technology and humans. It's got all that. And not to mention, the visuals in this film are just, my lord, bro. You just
Honestly,
you
even
get lost
without
in these worlds.
even without the production design, if you just look at the costume design,
Costume design A1,
Yeah,
bro. Like,
just that
everyone's
coat.
perfect. The coat,
I mean,
bro. I
Ryan
told
Gosling's
you,
coat,
that coat inspired me.
that coat should have gotten an Oscar for best supporting
Best
actor.
supporting actor, right?
Because that coat is
took
incredible.
and it took a lot of fucking beatings. That
It
coat
did.
got stabbed a lot too.
It did.
Yeah, that coat was great.
It
man.
did.
Like, oh, it's
And I'm not saying that to be funny either.
no, it's sick. It's
Like,
a badass
because
look.
his whole look puts him in that year and in that era
Mhm.
and in that place. Because once again, kind of like the first Dune and obviously Dune Part 2, you feel immersed in it.
Yep,
Because in the first Blade Runner, you're immersed in it, but it's almost claustrophobic.
it is.
Whereas this one is more open.
Everything's more open,
Yeah,
bro.
it's
And
not as claustrophobic.
spend a little more time in the sky.
Yes,
You know,
yes.
you get to fly around a little bit more. Where you spent a lot of time on the road in the first one on foot,
Yeah, yeah.
and you're in the city was way, like, Chinatown was all
Yeah.
crunched up. Whereas, like, even like, I would guess you would call it the international market area.
Yeah.
Out in this one, it still felt a lot more spread out. Everyone didn't feel so close together. It's a vast world, bro. And
Yeah.
Denis just knew exactly what to expand on, he knew exactly what to look at and how to make it just a little bit better than what Ridley did.
Yeah.
And of course, that's the advancement of technology in movies. But I mean, he took everything at his disposal and used it perfectly.
Yeah, but to have that kind of vision,
It's
to
insane.
take something as iconic and lauded, because people
Yeah.
love Blade
Yeah, I
Runner.
love Blade Runner.
Blade Runner,
dude.
and no matter which edition of it you see, because there's 5 or 6.
They're all gonna be good.
Yeah, they are. And how celebrated it is to take that, not only move the story forward, but expand the world. So you see Vegas instead of just Los Angeles. You see
Yep.
wherever the daughter is, because I don't know if it's actually in Los
It's gotta be
Angeles.
somewhere
Yeah.
out there.
And-
And remember, he takes a trip to go see her the
Yeah.
first time. It's somewhere out there.
And-
It ain't in LA. I'm not.
And to go to San Diego where like the dump is, where
it looks so bad.
yeah, but,
And,
but
like,
to see that there's more than just that overcrowded, claustrophobic is the best word I could think of, area from the first film, you suddenly see how more people are trying to survive.
yes, I was like, you see how everything affected people outside and the outs, because
Yeah.
people going through trash, like, this is fucking gold.
yeah, because
And he's got to kill. You got to shoot the dudes. And
oh
shit.
yeah, and the dude at the orphanage, yeah, he's brown too.
yeah,
Whatever.
yeah. So
But-
like, there's definitely brown too.
But he's like, the nickel is for whatever off world, because
Yep.
all these kids are taking apart all the electronic garbage because there's not real garbage.
Nope, it's fake.
It's all tech
that's
no
not
one
used.
uses anymore.
Yeah, so
it's like Peter in Captain America: Civil War. He's like a dumpster diver for tech. That's essentially what it all is.
Yeah, it's just yeah, man. It's one of the best sci-fi movies of the last 20 years. It's one of my all-time favorite sci-fi films. Like I said, I did the top 10 best sci-fi films. I have Blade Runner 1 and 2 tied for number 1.
Yeah,
it's that simple.
And you know what? I agree now. Rewatching
That's
them,
I'm like going through them, bro.
And when you watch them like back to back, you see more of the similarities and the differences. But the similarities are what make it the symmetry, I should say, between the pacing and the acts of the film make it better.
It does,
because it's not just retreading it or remaking it. It's like this guy's going through the same type of shit, but it's different.
Yes,
and this is where it veers off.
Story. That's
like
it's a story that's so similar, never felt so different.
Yes,
like it's insane because it is really a continuation.
Yes,
of what is already happening in Blade Runner, but it feels so. He's a genius. He's a genius. He knows what to fucking do, and like he's proven it time and time again. 2 Dunes, Blade Runner, Arrival, Prisoners. The dude's fucking incredible, bro.
Yeah.
And he can make. He's diverse. Like Denis, I can't wait to see what he does next because I think he did say he's gonna do something else before.
Yeah, I know because you said it last week. You said it in your review yesterday.
I'll be almost 40 years old by the time Dune 3 comes out, bro.
But maybe not. I mean, maybe
watch it make a stupid amount of money in the studios. Like, yo, dude, we'll give you $100 million to make this shit.
Yeah, or something on the back end.
Yeah, bro. I'm sure he's getting back end off this one.
He might be.
Funny thing about back ends, real quick.
You're talking about Zendaya in the robot outfit.
No, I wasn't. But
yeah,
I mean, dude, for real, like Playbot.
Oh yeah,
that shit was hilarious. But no, for real. Speaking of back end, I saw a little clip. It was Matt Damon talking to somebody. Where James Cameron offered him Avatar over Sam Worthington.
Really?
And he turned it down because he was doing Bourne. But James Cameron was like, listen, bro, it don't matter who's the lead. He's like, I just want you. It could be anybody, though. He's like, but if you want to do it, I'll give you 10% of the box office. He was like, dog, I pretty much passed on $300 million. I was like,
horrible.
Oh my God.
That is horrible.
And I forgot who he said he was. He was talking to John Krasinski. And he's like, he was telling him the story.
Because they're friends.
Yeah, they're friends. And he's like, I'm telling him the story. And he's like, listen, bro. Hey, it's all right that you passed on it. If you would have took it, we'd be doing the exact same thing we're doing now, except just in space. So I'm like, holy shit. But anywho.
Krasinski wanted to be Captain America.
He would have been a good captain.
He would have been, yeah.
Especially back when like they did it. Like the first one.
Like
first
2011.
Avenger,
yeah.
First Avenger days, he would have been good. But man, Evans kind of took that shit over, bro.
He did,
Him, Hemsworth, Downey Jr. really kind of made you not want to see anyone else in them roles.
Yeah, they really nailed it down.
They really did. All right. We'll get into our questions.
All right.
Let's do it. MVP.
Oh, in this film?
Oh, yeah.
I would think, too,
I got two.
the director and Gosling.
Those are my two.
Yeah.
Those were my two.
They have to be.
Exactly.
Like, who else? Without that pairing?
That pairing was incredible.
Yeah, the film wouldn't work at all.
They need to work together again, bro. Like,
yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure they both said they had a great time working together. They need to get back together. They were incredible. Gosling's a director's actor too, so like, all his directors love him. They all fucking work with him a bunch of times. Damien Chazelle, Nicholas Winding Refn, like he works with all the same dudes all the time, so he must be easy to get along with.
He probably keeps all their names in his notebook.
He does. Well, when he did Crazy Stupid Love, him and Steve Carell, they were hanging out getting to know each other, and like after they were shooting, he's like, Steve was like, I was just trying to make small talk. He didn't even tell me this. I was just making small talk. I was like, so what are you doing tonight? And he's like, you could tell he didn't want to tell me. He's like, oh, I'm going out, because he's in a band. He's like, he's in a band. He's like, I'm hanging with my band. He's like, oh, you guys doing a show? He's like, yeah, a little show. He's like, oh, where at? What's it for? He's like, oh, we're doing a charity show for elderly people for free. And he's like, yeah. And he's like,
What?
He's like, oh, this guy is not only super talented, good looking, but he's fucking a charitable guy too. He's like, what the
Yeah.
fuck? This guy's perfect.
Yeah. What the hell, dude?
Yeah, so.
But that's cool because it shows one, he loves his work,
Mm-hmm.
but he's willing to give back
For nothing.
selflessly.
Yep. You don't want nothing. And he's like, he didn't tell me this. I probed him for it. He's And so he's like,
most people
that's
are like,
how you know,
this is what I'm gonna do.
yeah, he's like, so that's how you know he's a good dude for real. Because
Yeah.
he didn't want it. He was like reluctant to tell me.
Wow.
So yeah, we got the same MVP. Peak season.
Peak season, you know what? Who do you have?
Ana de Armas.
I don't
Joy.
know because
I didn't watch Blonde yet though.
but after this was Knives Out. She was Marta in Knives
shit.
Out.
But this movie made her.
It did make
She
her,
wouldn't get Knives Out without this.
But peak season, isn't that? Didn't we discuss it before? It's like
yeah,
it's sort of like
it could be her
after
peak.
this-
It could be her peak season. The only thing about Knives Out is there's so many other big names.
there are, but her and
Like,
Daniel
'cause-
Craig and Lakeith Stanfield are like
Yeah,
the standouts.
They
to
are.
me.
Chris
in that
Evans,
film.
bro. Chris
Oh yeah,
Evans.
that's true.
I
Ransom.
like Chris Evans. Yes, I like Ransom. Yep, I
Ransom.
like Ransom a lot.
You're
Chris.
back again.
Oh, so you know he was dirty. I
yeah.
did like Ransom now.
I would say
That's a good argument. Honestly,
I would
it could
say-
be no one's.
I would say honestly Harrison Ford, because it's not that it's the end of his career, but
This is definitely probably the best thing he's done recently.
as far as his like callbacks to his earlier work.
Yeah, for sure.
I think so an addendum to peak season might be for him like it's not necessarily, but it's after The Force Awakens.
It is.
It's before Dial of
It
Destiny.
is before Dial.
So if you're going back to like him revisiting past characters, it might
this
be
is the best
best
one for
Yeah,
sure,
yeah.
without question. This
Definitely,
is the
because
best one.
he had so much depth to Deckard.
He did. He is
So,
Deckard, bro.
Yeah, he is. No one else could be.
I could see that, but it ain't his real peak season.
No,
it's his
just-
Twilight peak season.
Yeah, just as far as like revisiting old characters.
if it's not Ana de Armas, it's no one because
Yeah,
every
yeah.
other main character has topped themselves in this. Really.
Oh yeah,
Or
'cause
maybe what's her name? I think it's Selma Dokes or whatever. Love's character. Give me
yeah.
hers
Yeah, that's true.
because this might be her peak season.
Yeah,
actually.
yeah.
This is probably hers.
I don't know.
Actually, yeah.
Even maybe Jared Leto, because like,
Nah, Jared Leto, man.
but for the amount of time he's in, he is
Oh
incredible.
yeah, he is incredible in that short
Yeah.
amount of time.
He's done a lot of great stuff.
Yeah, I'm
don't
like,
get me wrong.
his peak season, I still think is Dallas Buyers Club Oscar.
Oh
You know
yeah,
what I mean,
yeah.
so or I don't know, Requiem for a Dream. Oh, he's got some roles.
Morbius, obviously.
Morbius is that's his best role for
yeah,
sure.
definitely.
Like, can't wait to watch that a couple more times.
It only sucked because it had to do with vampires.
yeah,
That's the only reason. So that's how much of a method actor he is.
He is. Yep, he knew. He's like, this movie needs to suck. All right, bro. Best quotes. You want me to just throw mine, or you got some?
I have a couple here.
All right, you throw yours.
This is from Wallace.
Mm-hmm.
Pain reminds you the joy you felt was real. More joy then. Do not be afraid. Because you realize he's going to inflict some pain on
you. Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What else?
Sometimes to love someone, you got to be a stranger. From Deckard.
That was one of mine from Deckard.
Because he's showing like he loves his daughter even though he doesn't know who the hell she is.
Yep.
But by staying away, because if he was around her, she would be
probably
in
get
danger.
killed.
Yeah.
Yep. That was good. What else you got?
Here's another one from your girl Joy. Mere data makes a man. A and C and T and G, the alphabet of you.
Yep.
All from 4 symbols. I'm only 2, 1 and 0.
Mm-hmm.
And then K, half as much, but twice as elegant, sweetheart.
Yep. Oh man,
Yeah.
that was a good one too. So I did have that one too. So I won't talk about those.
Okay, I'm
What
sorry.
else you got? No, you're good.
I
I
we
knew
were-
we'd have some.
We already
Comment.
talked about just the whole thing right before he's like, God damn it, when he
Yep,
realizes
mhm.
the memory's real.
Yep.
So he thinks it's him. The way that he puts that. And then, Sapper, you newer models are happy scraping the shit
Yep.
because you've never seen
Never
a
seen a
miracle.
miracle. I had that one as well.
Yeah.
That was my first one.
There's another one. I got to find it. It's the one after they're fighting. I'll just paraphrase it because I don't know it exactly. You might know it exactly. Where Deckard's like, we can keep it this or we can go have a drink.
Mm-hmm.
And then, Kay's like, I'll have a drink.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
For some reason, that moment, like everything because everything's heightened intense, it just kind of, he's like, I'll have a drink.
How to ease it down.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
Denis knowing how to do it.
Yeah.
What else you got anymore?
Just the, when they're talking about the revolution and your girl Mariette is quoting from the first film, more human than human.
More human than human, yeah, of course.
When they realize, like, once we start to be able to reproduce,
that's
yeah, we get our freedom.
Yes. Yeah.
Because we're still enslaved because that's what separates, that's what makes us our own gods, really.
Might need Blade Runner 3. Blade Runner 3 might have to come out.
Yeah.
All right.
What if he works on that next? That'd be incredible.
That,
look, Blade Runner 3, then
and
Dune
then
3.
Dune 3.
Yeah.
He might retire after that.
And he could.
He could. He'd be rich as shit.
Yeah.
He's already rich. He already gonna make probably $100 million off Dune.
Yeah.
But
all right, go ahead.
All right, that one. So I had Bon Appetit. I Miss You, Baby Sweet. And that was when Kay first comes home after a hard day of work.
Yeah.
And you get to see their relationship dynamic. And she makes him fake dinner, which she puts over the shitty looking dinner.
Yeah.
It does make it look better.
Yeah.
Even though he's still eating shit. To be born is to have a soul, I guess. And that's what Kay says to his boss.
Yeah.
When they're talking about, him and doing his job.
Oh,
and
yeah,
because
she says something to him about, like, well, you're doing pretty good without one or something.
Mm-hmm.
And that's depressing.
It is depressing.
She treats him like shit.
She's like, she treats him literally like, almost like how we treat machines.
Yeah.
Literally, like how we like if our computer's not working right, we get pissed off at it.
Yeah.
What the hell, you stupid thing? Like, we have no patience for it.
But the machine is an inanimate object.
Yeah, and that's how she treats him.
Yeah, yeah.
So, when Kay is trying to find some research on Deckard, he's talking to the old dude from the first one who shows him. He tells him about origami. He said he likes to work alone. So did I. So we work together to keep it that way.
Yeah,
I was like, that's a great quote. I was like, ooh, that's a good one. When I was watching, I was like, that's got I gotta write that one down.
Same. She won't live long, or whatever he said.
Yep, up in the first one. It's a shame she won't live long. He said, "You liked her. I can tell. I want to be real for you." And that's Joy says to him when she essentially lets him bang Mariette.
Yeah, but
but it's her. It's her. Dude, and that scene is so dope because the way Denis, like, whatever editing tricks they used to blend their looks together, it was like perfect.
Yeah,
I was like, holy shit!
It seems
does look like a combo of both of them.
It seems like studios trust him with their best special effects.
Yeah, because they give him. They're like, dude, we're giving you all the money.
Yeah,
you do it.
Everything else will look like garbage.
Because literally, Warner was like, we're only giving money to Barbie and Dune.
Yeah,
they're like, that's all is getting.
And Barbie is more like they have to build plastic dream houses.
Yeah,
real ones.
So
you get that budget.
Yep, buy all the pink paint in the country.
Yeah.
They literally dropped the pink paint count. Which is crazy. So that's where the money went.
Yeah.
The way that scene is.
But you're right, because everything looks authentic.
I'm like, dude.
As unreal as everything is, it still looks authentic.
Real. Yep. And then, of course, might happen to have a piece of cheese about you, boy.
Yeah.
So,
Treasure Island.
Yeah. So, which is, it's funny you bring that up about the dog, because the dog doesn't attack Kay, and you would think he would.
And that's another reason why I thought, because there can be arguments either way.
Because if you think about the Terminator, bro, the dogs could smell them.
Yes.
And the dogs knew it was them.
Yeah.
And that, god damn. Man.
I know.
But I think Denis wants you to still be guessing, bro.
Yeah.
I think he's like, I want you to be thinking about this shit till you die.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
For real.
And that's terrible, because, like...
But it's great. I love open-ended discussions.
Yeah.
And, of course, I like this song.
Oh, my God. What a great... Because right after that is the we can keep it this or have a drink.
Have a drink.
I have millions of bottles of whiskey.
Millions of bottles of whiskey. I was like, millions of bottles of whiskey.
And then
that bar is so sick, bro. Oh.
And then another good quote right then, because he pours out some of the whiskey for the dog, and Kay's like, "Is it real?
Is it real? Yes.
Ask him."
Mm-hmm. Damn.
And it's like, wow, because even Kay doesn't know, because he probably thinks if it was real, it would have attacked me.
Yep. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm like. I don't know if the damn dog is real.
Yeah.
That's what I'm like. Dude, we will never know.
No,
Denis left this shit on the table for you to like.
Because if it is real, how did it survive? I guess that's the question. How did these animals
And how the
survive when
fuck
everything
he
else
get
is
him,
dead?
dude?
Yeah,
Deckard don't care about that. Shit is fake.
yeah. I guess it has to
It
be.
gotta be fake.
But if it's supposed to
But
alert
if it's
him,
real, where you get the money, you get a real dog. I guess you
That's
were
a
in Vegas.
question.
You clean out the coins or what?
Yeah. Because
Um,
in the book, as far as I got in the book, I still haven't finished it. But there's areas like Canada or whatever where you can still get like real animals, but they're super expensive.
I'm sure, bro.
'Cause even that
Dog's
dude's
probably
like-
like $50K out there.
Probably, yeah. Because you know that one dude in one scene, like, I can get you a real horse for this little wooden horse,
bro. A real horse, and this time probably like $100K, bro. Probably Ferrari money.
But then you have to feed it.
Yeah, so and that's feeding a horse. That's feeding more than the person.
Yeah.
So it's like
and you got to clean up after it. And you know
Oh
that's a
my
bunch of
God.
horse shit. Terrible.
Guys, I'm done with this, man. All right. All right, so same scene. I didn't take you as one for bullshit. When Kay's talking to Deckard, you know, about the situation, and Kay's getting frustrated with him.
Oh,
But then, one from Deckard, same scene. Everyone had a part. Mine was to leave.
Yeah.
That one hit hard, bro.
Yeah, because it's like you think that he doesn't care, but then you realize he does.
He does,
but
too much, probably.
Yeah, because like you said, sometimes to love someone, you have to stay away.
Joints go, man. Yeah. Yep. Then, of course, when Joey dies, Love says, "I do hope you're satisfied with our product." And Joy starts screaming, "I love you." And fucking Love steps on her before she can get it all out, bro. And I'm like, bro, that shit instantly, my eyes filled up with water. Instantly. Wow. I was like, fuck Christ. I was like, I love this sci-fi couple. And they're not, they can't even fuck. And I love them. They're like one of my favorite sci-fi couples. They can't even actually physically be together.
Yeah.
They're there, but they're not.
That's like, the tragedy of that's the Romeo and Juliet tragedy of the story.
Yeah.
You know?
But it shows you that true love. It's like, no matter what, because you know, Kay was like, bro, I don't give a fuck if she ain't have a real nut. You just killed my.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Shoot. Yeah. All right. So then after they rescue Kay and the revolution, and he's talking to the chick, she said, "You imagined it was you? You did? You did?"
Yeah.
And it's almost like kind of mocking him, like, you thought it was you?
Yeah.
You fucking dummy.
Yeah,
you know
but the thing is, like, that's hitting him so hard.
Dude, he's like, you're breaking this dude's
soul,
real or fake heart.
Yeah.
You know, like
whatever soul he thought he had,
it's gone.
Yeah.
He's like, you can take it. I don't even care, bro. He was like, what? It was a boy. She's like, boy, get out of here. She's like, oh, no damn boy. You know, boy's good.
Well, he assumed that the data that he found was accurate.
Yeah.
Where it's like a boy and a girl, and then it says the girl's deceased. But, you know, they did also say that they doctored the documents, so.
Yep. And Harrison Ford like, I helped him destroy all that shit.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's sad. And of course, my last one.
All right.
Go meet your daughter.
Yeah.
Greatest line, best way to end the film, bro.
Yeah.
God, that ending's so good. So those quotes are all good. It's filled with good quotes. I didn't even realize it until I'm listening for them. I don't realize how good the quotes were.
Yeah, and honestly, anything Wallace said, because he was in it so little, that
everything
he says
mattered.
is important.
It's like Tyrell. It's like,
yes.
Tyrell's only in the first one for a little bit, but everything he says, he's one of the most quotable characters. Everything he says is important.
Yeah.
So,
and we said it before, but he has De Niro's glasses from
He
Goodfellas.
does. Yep, he does. De Niro was like, you seen Blade Runner? Give me those. God, he's like, I'm like, when he's in court, though.
Oh, my God.
It's like, look at this poor old man who can't even see.
Yeah.
It's like, this motherfucker's out murdering dudes left and right.
He's looking like the dude from Up.
He is. Yo, he is, bro. He might as well pull his pants up to his fucking titties, bro. Anyways. With suspenders on. All right. What's aged the best?
Honestly, the whole thing.
The whole thing. I said the story and the visual effects.
I don't think anything's aged badly, really.
One thing.
Really?
Jared Leto's look. I don't like his look in there.
I don't know. I think he's supposed to look like a Christ-like figure.
He is. I just don't like it.
Who's a mixture of, because he has like implants.
Yes, he's
like
got the
cybernetic
weird shit
implants
in
and
him.
stuff. And like he can't see.
Is he a fucking replicant?
I don't know. That's the thing, because he has his eyes remind me of like
Dude, they're like the replicant eyes from the first one.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Because
that's
you
what
said they're like a shutter, and
they're
you're
like
right.
a camera shutter. Yeah,
Because
and I'm
you can
like,
see it
his
with the
eyes
owl
were
in the
weird.
first one too.
So he might be a replicant too.
Yeah, he might not.
He's just godlike replicant, which
He
is
might not
probably
be the
why
real
he doesn't
Wallace.
want to. Which is probably why he's like, that's why I don't kill him anymore.
Yeah, Wallace
know.
could be a replicant of Tyrell.
He could, what if Tyrell made Wallace to like supersede him? That would be kind of crazy.
Kind of like in some stories after Return of the Jedi. I think we talked about this last year on our May the 4th be with you episode, but they had stories where the Emperor went to like clone bodies.
Yeah.
After that, it could be something like that.
Yeah, because and then you have the whole fucking Clone Wars. So
yeah, that's true.
Oh, crazy. Oh man, all right. That's the only thing. I just didn't like his look.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, it was like they tried to give him like this, like you said, he has a Christ-like look, but then like some scenes, it's like they try to give him this Asian influence that just didn't work for him.
He's almost like the God and the devil in one.
Yes.
And I think that's why, I guess that's why everything's like so dark in that.
Yeah, oh man, his whole, because like you have when you walk around this building, there's a light coming through, but when you get to his little corners, it's dark. There's no like.
Then again, he can't really see, can he?
Can he? Or he can see in the dark.
Yeah, maybe.
Like a cat or some shit. I don't know. Because his eyes were very telling.
Yeah.
All right, so most rewatchable scenes you got in here, or should I just run through mine?
You run through yours, because we'll probably just
hit them all.
Yeah.
The opening scene when he fights.
Batista.
Yeah, of course. That's right off the rip. You're right in. So that's a great scene. It sets everything up, and it kind of lets you know what's going on in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah.
That's like for a almost 3 hour movie, they tell you what's happening very quick.
Yeah.
Like, so, and it's a slow burner, but he crafted, Janine is something else. I don't know how the fuck he did this, seriously. Kay and Joy's introduction.
Oh, yeah.
When he comes home and she's dressed, like you said, she's dressed up like a 50s housewife.
Yeah.
Looks like I Love Lucy or some shit.
Or like Leave It to Beaver.
Yeah, Leave It to Beaver. Yeah. She looks like June Cleaver. Whatever the hell her name is.
Yeah, that was her name.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's right.
Yeah, because remember, she was speaking jive in
That's
Airplane.
right. Yeah. That part just aged. That is definitely we both had that as our what's aged the worst.
Yeah,
yeah, because that shit definitely. It was just like it was funny.
Jump don't want no help. Jump don't get no help. Yeah.
I say that's the only thing that really aged bad. But yeah, so she did have that look, and it's great because that's Ana de Armas's introduction to the film world.
Yeah, that's true. You're right. Yeah. Was that her first thing?
First thing, dude. She barely spoke English because she's from like
Cuba
somewhere.
Yeah, I think
like
Cuba,
she's from somewhere. I'm like, she barely spoke English. She literally just like knew her lines.
Wow,
which is like insane. So yeah, she was incredible. Next, I had Kay meeting Dr. Anna for the first time.
Oh yeah.
Love that scene
and what she's doing because when he meets her. She's like in that forest,
right?
It shows that bug.
Dude, it shows the bug and shit.
Yeah.
And that shit is dude, the way he made that forest look, because it looks real, but it doesn't at the same time.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh god, he knows how to use CGI.
And then you realize, like, she's in that room, and then she's doing like the birthday party.
Yes, and you're
she has that thing. It's almost, it's just crazy.
Yeah, awesome. Like that whole scene is lit. And then like I said, that actress, you only see her for that quick second, but like. She punches you in that second. It's nuts. Yeah. Next up, I had Joy being real for Kay. Mariette comes over and they share that moment. And I think that brought them closer together, as weird as it may seem. Like, yes, he slept with another woman, but it brought y'all closer together.
Yeah.
Because he used that woman's body solely as a vessel.
Yeah.
He wasn't like, I'm fucking Mariette. I'm fucking Joy. I'm fucking my bitch.
It's like Whoopi Goldberg and Ghost.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that they slept together in Ghost, but Patrick Swayze, he used her as the vessel.
As the vessel, yeah. So, she. God, what a terrible film.
Yeah, totally.
But I do love Pat Swayze, but Demi Moore's horrible in it.
You're crazy for Swayze.
Yeah, I am, man, and I'm telling you, I love him though. And then Whoopi won an Oscar for that, and not The Color Purple. What the hell is that?
Maybe
dude?
it was.
It was making up. They were
Purple,
definitely making up for it.
Yeah.
But that
Color Purple. Just quick aside, she's incredible.
She's incredible in that. Danny Glover, Oprah Winfrey,
everybody.
Everybody, bro.
Dude, Steven Spielberg as a director.
Dude, yeah,
he
the
should have gotten
range,
something.
the range.
Yeah.
It's like I said, to make Schindler's List and Jurassic Park in the same year, you're insane.
And look, Temple of Doom, and then the next year do The Color Purple.
Color Purple, right?
Yeah.
You're insane.
Yeah.
You must have a lot of good help with him because, like, how is one? You can't focus on all that shit at once, dude.
How?
It's insane. So next, love killing Joshi.
Oh yeah,
the hand, when she's having the drink and she crushes the damn the glass in her hand. God, she's so love.
She's brutal.
Face in there. She just looked like she's looking through you, bro.
Yeah,
she's like peering into the darkest depths of your soul, and she just wants to destroy it.
Because she knows she can, I think. You know?
She's not afraid.
She's like, you're not going to beat me.
She's not afraid of anyone.
I'm the best one.
Even if she thought you could, she's still not afraid, bro.
Yeah.
She's just like, I'm going to go out swinging. She's like, I'm the best.
Yeah.
And, bro, I mean, dude, I don't get why Deckard and Kay couldn't fight like her.
That's another reason why.
They feel human. They do feel human when it comes to combat, for sure.
Yeah.
Because they can't fight for shit.
It's like the rage is what keeps them fighting.
Yes.
But if they're replicants, they're not supposed to have emotions.
Yeah. Yeah, you're fuck.
Because think about how scared Deckard was in the first one, hanging there.
Oh, hanging? He was terrified.
And Roy says to him the same thing Leon said. Painful to live in fear, isn't it?
Painful to live in fear, isn't it? And it's like...
Yeah, I agree.
And Roy's like, yeah, come on up. He wasn't scared at
all. And he used his fucked up hand. So he could have dropped him at any moment.
Jacked.
Yeah.
Like, it does... They're biracial. They're mixed race.
And Roy is the Christ-like figure in the first one.
He is.
That's why his hand is pierced.
Yep, it's pierced, and he's a sacrificial lamb.
Yeah, because he's probably the reason the resistance started.
Yes, his sacrifice for himself, definitely, because Deckard knew after that. He's like, bro, I'm on the wrong team.
Deckard's actually probably the one who started the resistance
he might
by running away with Rachel.
Because he's like, I'm on the wrong team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm fighting for the wrong dude. So, all that. Yeah, love killing Joshi was great.
Yeah,
Kay meeting Deckard in Vegas, of course.
Yeah, naturally.
Whole scene is great.
And, of course, Deckard just shoots him and he falls off the rail.
Yeah, he falls off the rail.
Yeah.
Right, he does shoot him.
Yeah.
Deckard was beating Deckard learned how to fight in them years.
Yeah, he did. You're right.
Yeah, he learned how to fight in them years.
Yeah.
He's like, you know what?
He's been shadowboxing for 30 years.
He's like, I've been waiting. He's like, He's like, I had my weeds this morning.
For like a dude in his 70s, he's jacked, man.
He was big. Oh, man, he looked. Harrison Ford, even at 83, 4.
Yeah, he's in great shape.
Looking great. You can't. I mean, Harrison Ford could easily live to be 100. So
yeah.
I'm going to cry when he dies. That's going to be a sick day. I'm going to put Temple of Doom on when he dies.
And you know what? The only response to that, like, what did you say? You're going to cry when he dies? I know.
I know, right? I know. Stop. If I watch Empire Strikes Back the day Harrison Ford dies, I'm going to cry like a baby, bro. I'll be done, bro.
You know, I was talking with Felicia because I was analyzing these films the past week. And I said, I think the first time, in spite of how many people are in Empire, that scene when she's like, "I love you," and he's just like, "I know." That made him the coolest guy.
I was like, he became
the coolest guy ever.
Dude, that's what he even said. That he was like, and he ad-libbed that.
Really?
Yeah, because he didn't like. He was supposed to say, "I love you too." And he didn't like that. He was like, "This shit's whack." He's like, he was like,
and so he coined that phrase in 1979.
He did. He was like, bro.
He was like, "Yo, Lucas, this shit's whack."
He was like, "This shit is whack, bro." He was like, "Listen, bro." He was like, Han Solo wouldn't say that, and he wouldn't. Yeah. He wouldn't. Han Solo wasn't. At least that version of Han Solo wouldn't have said it. Now he gets real soft in Return of the Jedi, but after you've been frozen for a few years and your chick comes back and saves you and you can't see and all that, it makes you emotional too.
You know what other phrase he probably coined? Have you ever been over to a friend's house and the food just ain't no good? Macaroni salad.
Oh my
peas
God.
on mush and the chicken tastes like wood. Another Han Solo.
Han Solo, bro. Hey.
Because he would just rap solo. It was like 8 Mile.
Yep. Han Solo is the first hood white dude, bro. Anywho, so
I know.
Of course, so I had Kay meeting Deckard in Vegas, of course.
Yeah.
Love, Kill, and Joy.
Yeah.
As sad as it is.
I know, we talked about it, and it's devastating every time.
Yeah, it's a powerful scene. Of course, Kay finding out Rachel had a daughter and not a son.
Yes.
That scene.
Yeah, because you can feel his. Yeah, you said his heartbreak.
Yo, you know, he's like, as soon as she says it, his face. That's what I'm like, Ryan Gosling. he don't even need to speak to act. Like you see all his face just went. It's like when you tell somebody bad news, you know, you just see their face change, and he did it perfectly. When love kills the Rachel duplicate.
Oh yeah, just oh my god, yeah.
She's a brutal bitch, man.
She is.
Kay killing love.
Yeah.
Of course.
And yeah, I realize now as since we were talking, like when I said it was really because of Joy. When he has her under the water, he's like, he's like really like
that was
putting
emotional.
everything into.
He was like, I know,
making sure she
could
doesn't come back.
Me, but I'm killing this. F you. You ruined my life.
Yeah.
You didn't kick. He's like, she probably broke his nose and shit. I'm like, man, she fucked him up, bro.
Yeah,
she was
brutalized.
stepping on his face. Oh my god.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
she was beating his ass, and then of course Deckard meeting Anna.
Yeah.
You know those are all. I mean, all those rewatchables kind of are the movie in a nutshell.
Yeah, really in order too.
In order, yeah. So.
Yeah. So basically, the whole film is a rewatchable.
If the whole film is a rewatchable scene,
yeah, because even the filler in between matters.
Yeah, and it's none of it. When you get to the end, it's like none of it was filler. It might feel like it at the time, but none of it is. It's like everything has its place and makes sense at some point in another. Whether it even doesn't, it might tie in more to Blade Runner 1. It still all makes sense.
Yeah, like you'd think like could they trim any fat from this film? But there's no fat.
None. It's got to be 2 hours and 45 minutes.
It's all lean, believe it or not.
Yep, I'm like, it has to be.
I saw a quick, just really quick, I saw an old interview with David Lynch about Dune before he like disowned it, I believe. So it's like probably 84, 85. And he said that the studio, maybe it was when he disowned it, the studio only let him put out a film that could be 2 hours and 17 minutes because that's the maximum amount it could have been to get the most showings per day.
Wow.
Yeah.
How? That just pisses me off.
So Dune 84 isn't really his fault.
It's not, because I'm like, bro, because remember I told you, like, this movie should be like 3 hours if you want to keep it real. I was like, this movie needs to be way longer. Because second act, they just start slicing shit up. And I'm like, bro, it sounds like the editor just said, if you don't like the scene, just cut it out. You know what I'm saying? Just cut it out.
And it's terrible because you look at Dune Part 2 and Blade Runner 2049 and it's like...
fully fleshed out stories, man.
And even though they're like 3-hour films, people are paying to go see them.
Ew, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Dude. Them Dune nerds are, my God. Yeah. They're in the theater creaming, you know?
Yeah.
So, you know how it goes.
Yeah, they're like, this could have been Tatooine.
Yes.
Way back when.
It could have been.
Because even Tatooine had oceans at one point.
It did. God,
so,
it's probably 180 every day, bro. Fuck.
Yeah.
2 suns, I'd be blacker than night. All right. Shit. I'd be outside dressed like,
there's only so much vitamin D you can get.
Let me just move on. She already knows. She knows me too well. She knows I say some ignorant stuff time to time, bro. I guarantee you she can guess it. All right, best characters.
Best characters, obviously, Kay, Joy, old Deckard, old man Deckard, and your girl Love.
Yep.
Those are probably the best characters because everyone else is kind of peripheral.
Yep, I had Kay, Deckard, Joy, Anna, Love, and Mariette. Just because Mariette does, she
helps.
What she does, she does is very important. Even though she's not very important to her character ain't in it a lot, but what she does is very important.
And you're right about the Anna character too, because without her, Kay wouldn't have even gone on the mystery.
She's the centerpiece of it all.
Yeah.
And she's great in that short amount of time. I feel
her memories propel the story.
Yes, and I'm like, bro, I feel like this would be a combo of Rachel and Deckard. Because she feels like Rachel, but you can tell she's got that urge or she feels like Rachel, she's got the urge like Deckard. She wants to do shit.
Yeah.
And I love that.
But she's limited by her...
where she's at in her disability.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
and her disability is probably just because she's either half and half or a naturally spawning replicant.
Yes, and throughout time that's gonna probably go away.
Yeah, you're right, because those things, you know,
evolve past.
Yeah, because that's how we as people evolved from cavemen to
walking like hunchback, like Quasimodo.
I still kind of have a hunchback, but just because I'm always beds and wheelchairs,
bent over,
man.
Dude, wheelchairs, bro. Hanging with the living still.
Yeah.
All right.
You're right. You don't normally wheel around a dead person.
Yeah, like they're still
You
living.
could, I guess.
You could
but-
one day. You may.
Yeah.
You know what?
Well,
This is about to get dark.
Scrubs.
Yeah.
If you push around a dead person,
Yeah.
no one will ask you
Don't
to do
ask
anything.
questions.
Yeah.
Facts.
That was the first one. That was the pilot. Yeah.
Nobody will ask you nothing.
Yeah.
Our worst characters.
We're probably Wallace.
Wallace.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wallace.
I had 3.
Wait. Worse is in like terrible because Love could be.
Love is number 1 on my
Oh,
list.
okay,
She's
yeah.
in, I often have them
Because
in
even though
both.
she's like one of the best characters, it's because she's so horrible.
Dude, it's like the good and bad and the ugly. The best character is Tuco,
Oh,
and the worst
definitely.
character is Tuco.
Yeah.
So it's
yeah,
like,
you're right. You're right.
It's like so. It's
Yeah.
a lot of times.
God, I love Tuco.
Tuco is amazing.
I'm still happy
That's
that
the-
you made me
Made
watch
you watch
that movie.
that? It's so
Such
good,
a great
bro.
film.
So good. Tuco is just fucking. He like Clint. It's Clint's movie, but Tuco
No, it's
stole
Eli
that
Wallach's
show,
movie.
bro. He stole that show.
Yeah.
He was a scene stealer.
Man.
And I know Clint was like, "This fucking dude is killing me out here."
Yeah.
But yeah, I had Love because although I love Love, she's the biggest asshole on the planet,
Yeah,
bro.
she is.
Sick. And like I said, she's just so lifeless in the face. There's something so attractive about it. I don't get it. It's something about her look is so hot to me. I don't know what it is.
Is it her porcelain skin?
That's part of it. I was like, she looks dead,
If
bro.
she was a
is-
redhead,
No. I like her with the dark hair.
Really?
I like her with the dark hair.
Dead looking with dark hair.
Yes.
Oh,
it's
really?
that look. It's
so like a Wednesday Addams.
yes.
kind of
She kind of has. She is, bro. Wednesday Addams grew up to be an adult replicant. That's
Yeah.
her. It's love. Facts, bro. That's
Yeah.
a perfect comparison.
Yeah.
But redhead Florence Pugh. Wow.
Oh yeah.
I was blown away. I looked at
Court
that
told me
picture.
you
About,
showed her the picture.
I looked at that
like,
picture
right
about
after.
8-9 times, bro. I was
Yeah.
like, look what your dad just sent me. He just sent my mind in all kinds of directions.
I told him about that. So, yeah, you asked him to come back. I'm like, bro, I'm busy.
I was like, you gotta see this real quick. I was like, you gotta see this picture.
Just that one though,
Yeah,
right?
well, sure,
Or
both
both
of
of
them,
them.
but I was
Okay.
like, dude, just look. Like,
Yeah.
you gotta see it. Then I had Joshi.
Oh
his
yeah.
she was an asshole.
she treated him
Yeah,
like
she treated
shit.
him like
Yeah,
shit. She didn't
yeah.
care about nothing. All she cared about was getting the job done. She didn't care about him.
Yeah.
And of course, Wallace. Those are my 3.
Yeah.
And like, Wallace is an asshole, but if he's a replicant, I understand him.
You know what? Back to like best characters, Bautista.
Oh
Dave
yeah, he was
Bautista,
great.
his character,
he was
because
great.
he helped
He
propel the
sparked the
story
seed.
too. Yeah,
he sparked
yeah.
the first seed in
He
Kay's
planted the
mind.
seed.
Yep.
Unlike Deckard, who
And he was
planted
a
a
gardener.
different seed.
Yep. Chill.
He was a gardener. You're right.
He
You're
was
right.
a gardener and he planted the first seed.
Yeah.
Deckard did plant a different seed, the
Yeah.
Jesus juice. Nitpicks, I had 0, bro. I couldn't nitpick this shit.
Honestly, if one, my usual nitpick for films like this is that it ended.
It ended, yeah. It was
Yeah,
like
you know,
it's not 10,
I
15,
could've-
20 minutes longer.
I could have either seen another part to it or just make it like a 4 or 5
4
hour film.
hour film and just roll it.
Because I need to know a little more about, because you really see more so than in the first one what goes into being like this kind of detective,
Mm-hmm.
let's say.
Detective.
Yeah, because
I
it is
that
like a
word.
future noir. So it's like that's really what they are. They're a detective, even though they're also murderers. But they're sanctioned killers, so it's okay, right?
Yep.
But I liked how Kay almost does a little more police work in this one, and he has to
does
go around
way
the
more
police. Yeah,
work.
yeah,
Like Deckard does some cop work,
yeah.
but it all
But
results
Deckard's
in
retired.
he
in the
is
first one.
retired. Yeah,
Yeah,
so he was
so
kind
maybe
of
that's
rusty.
why.
But like Kay does some good investigation work. He finds shit out fast. Like
Yeah.
he does some good cop work.
Yeah.
So Kay was a better Blade Runner than Deckard, I think.
But he's a newer model
But he's a
too.
newer model too.
Yeah,
yes.
so they would have worked the kinks
They
out.
worked out the kinks.
Yeah.
Definitely. All
Yeah.
right.
Deckard's kink being, Rachel.
Rachel, yeah. Hey, kiss me.
Yeah,
Tell me you like it. I'm like,
Yeah,
yo,
yeah.
I'm like, you're being a little.
kiss me. I like it.
I like it. I'm like, you're being a little aggressive, Harrison.
yeah.
When I first saw that, I was like, this is uncomfortable a little bit. But then you grow to love it. But
yeah.
Recast. All right.
Okay, let's.
I'm gonna do this and you can roll off me.
Okay.
All right, Kay. I had your boy Pedro or my boy Sam Rock
for Kay.
for Kay.
You know what? Chris Pine though too.
Chris
Could be
Pine
a
too.
Great Kay.
That was yours. I was gonna let you talk about
Yeah.
it. I don't take your credit.
Well, no, because at this age, because he can still look young, but if he has like his beard, he can
Yeah,
look
but you
old.
look older.
He could be either Deckard or K at
Yeah.
this point.
Yeah, he could. I would
Yeah.
like him as K.
Because see, his dad is probably too old now, Robert Pine. But a couple years ago, like Robert Pine would have been a great Deckard. He would have been a great K.
Oh, that would have been cool.
'Cause-
Son dad.
Yeah,
combo.
because then it would have added to that he could be his son thing.
Mhm. Yes.
Yeah.
Man. But
Sam,
it's like,
Sam Rockwell would be great.
he would be great.
Especially after seeing Argyle.
Yeah, man.
Because you know he could do the action stuff and fail.
Yes.
And make it believable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Sam Rockwell is just good and just dramatic too. Like,
Yeah.
he can play a stoic character. I've seen him do it. So it's like,
Especially like I could see him finding out that the memory's real.
yeah.
You know, I could see him, doing all the
Oh, he'd be great.
Yeah.
He's got the look, the age, everything. He'd be
Yeah.
perfect. All right, for Joy, I had 2 for this one too. Amelia Clarke.
Oh,
Jenna
yes.
Ortega. But I really liked Amelia Clarke.
Honestly, yeah.
Her vibe just matches Ana de Armistice to me.
Yeah. And even though she's probably a little shorter.
She is definitely shorter.
But yeah, I could see that. That's a really good one.
I like Amelia Clarke because
Yeah.
she's good in everything she is.
And
I
she
really
still
liked her in
looks-
Han Solo. She's only like, what, 35?
Yeah, but she still looks like she's 15.
Yeah, I
though.
was like, she's young. Man.
Yeah.
She looks good.
Yeah. She was good in Solo.
Mm-hmm.
Solo was a
I
underrated.
love Solo, bro.
I
So
know
good.
Cora thinks so too.
Yeah, we were both.
Yeah.
Donald Glover.
Donald Glover,
alone, I
yeah.
was like, my God, this
Yeah.
guy's going for it.
Yeah. How can you be better than Billy D.
Yo,
Williams?
he even said that. Billy D was like, this kid put me to shame.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
He was like, fuck this guy.
Yeah.
You know, so.
You could have meant it at that point. Give him a couple Colt 45s. He may.
Right? All right. For love, I had Gemma Arterton from. Did you ever see Hansel and Gretel with Jeremy Renner?
No, but I know who you're talking about.
The chick who plays Gretel.
I think I've seen her in other things. Yeah.
Now, it's not really for her acting. I think she can play the physical.
Yeah.
It's her look. She has this deadpan stare that she has, and she looks kind of evil. And I need that for whoever's playing love.
But what
They have
about-
to have that look.
You just said Jenna Ortega, though, right?
You know, she does have a deadpan
Yeah,
stare too. After
especially- I'm
playing
just thinking
Wednesday,
Wednesday, yeah.
after playing Wednesday,
Yeah.
and even in Scream, like she could,
Yeah.
she's just so little, man.
Yeah.
Like
see,
I feel
that's
like
the
whoever's playing Love needs to have some height because that
Yeah,
actress
she
is
has-
at least 5'6" or 7.
She has to be almost the same height as Kay.
Yeah,
to make
yeah,
the
bro,
dynamic
Yeah,
work.
because
Yeah.
that actress, she got to be like at least 5'8". Then
But what about your other
Jenna
girl?
Ortega's like fucking 5 foot, dude.
What about Anna Taylor-Joy?
Too short.
How tall is she?
She's like 5'1" or 2, bro.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she would be.
Ugh.
Dye her hair brown. Oh yeah, she would be great. But
Yeah.
she is so tiny. She's
Wow.
so little. Jenna Ortega's got the face for it, but she is so little.
Too bad your other girl, your other obsession, isn't taller. The one from Bottoms.
Oh, you already thought about her.
Oh, you
know,
did.
I was like, she's
Really?
too small. Of course, I
Yeah,
thought about
yeah.
her. I was like, she's too small.
I forget her name. Is
Rachel Sennett.
Yeah.
She's too short. She's
Yeah.
she's 5'2". She's
Oh,
so
really?
yeah, she's so
Wow.
little. Bro, I was watching
You gotta
Bottoms.
start-
You know they put Bottoms on Prime. I was
I did
watching
see
it
it,
last
yeah.
week.
Dude,
So good.
MVP of that film,
Marshawn Lynch.
Yeah.
Marshawn Lynch
He's
was
so
so
good.
funny.
Yeah.
He said, guys, I'm going through the D word right now. I was like, this guy. Bro, that movie's so funny.
That was a great film.
Rachel. She is something else. Anywho.
So,
Yeah, who you got for love?
I didn't.
And you know, I thought
I'm
about
trying to
someone
think.
I hate, and I'm so annoyed because I keep putting her in our recast, and I don't like her. Anna Kendrick.
She might be too short though.
She
too.
might be too short as
I think
well.
she's like 5'6".
She can play it,
Really?
5'6". Actually, she might be right.
She's around my height. She's a little taller.
I'm
She
thinking.
might be able to play it.
What about a Rebecca Ferguson?
When that movie came out,
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah,
for
yeah.
sure. I need the dark hair though. She don't have to dye. And
Yeah,
wear
I don't know
red.
about her now because she's, I think, a different type of actress now.
she's not now, but when that
Yeah.
movie came out in 2017,
Just
yes.
think about her in Doctor Sleep.
Oh man, she's great
Yeah.
in Doctor Sleep.
Yeah,
bro.
but like she had that ruthlessness. Yeah.
Yeah, she was ruthless in Dune too a little bit too, bro.
Or even Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
Oh, she actually might.
Yeah,
be
and
pretty
she's
good.
taller too.
I think she's got the attitude to pull it off.
Yeah, because I mean,
She's a little sweet looking, but
just
she can be
just because of Ramona Flowers.
Yep.
And in Sky High, which we mentioned earlier.
Yeah, dude.
You know. Yeah.
She does have. You know, I like that a lot. Actually,
Yeah.
I think that's who we should go with.
Since she was the villain in Sky High, you know she could play.
I told you never to call me that.
Yeah. And as Ramona Flowers, she was kind of the villain of Scott Pilgrim.
She really is. She is. I can't stand her in that fucking movie. I'm like, she makes me sick.
Or, oh my God, speaking of Scott Pilgrim, the perfect one to play Love. Thank you, Aubrey Plaza.
Aubrey Plaza could play Love.
Speaking of deadpan,
that's the most dead.
And someone who would probably kill you without blinking.
Soulless, lifeless. I'd be like, I need
Plaza.
April Ludgate meets Tony Montana. Okay, that's what I want from you, Aubrey Plaza.
Her little friend would be the switchblade that stabs you in the side.
No
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, I'm scared.
Yeah.
She is she's scary, bro.
Honestly, that might be the perfect one.
Either one of them.
Yeah.
Mary Winstead or Aubrey Plaza, either one of them I'll take. You know, I like that because I was having a hard time with Love, a really hard time.
Chris Pratt might be a really good K.
Oh yeah, Chris Pratt. You know,
early Guardians era Chris Pratt.
Too much. He's too
because he's too goofy.
Yes.
Okay.
You need somebody a little more stern. Chris Pine, I like more.
Chris Pine can do anything.
He could do it. Chris Pratt would make it the Chris Pratt show, whereas like Ryan Gosling didn't make it the Ryan G show.
A really quick aside: Chris Pratt's next movie is coming out this year. He's going to be the voice of Garfield.
Really?
In an animated Garfield movie.
Chris Pratt, I know you don't need no money. I know you don't need no money. Yeah, because he now has
like Schwarzenegger
money.
I'm
like, you don't need no money.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Yeah.
Why does Garfield sound like Mario? I can't.
Yeah, he does. You're right.
You don't need no money, bro. Why are you doing this?
Yeah.
All right. Wallace, I got two.
Okay.
I think you're going to like these.
All right.
Now, the chops may not be here for him, but the look is Keanu Reeves.
You know what? Yeah.
The look, bro.
Yeah, I could see it.
And Christian Bale.
Christian Bale, especially after seeing him in Thor: Love and Thunder. The way that he played
evil real well. Honestly, I think of Patrick Bateman for Wallace.
Yeah.
Just this kind of assholey, I think, God complexy type of guy.
And he loves Huey Lewis in the News or Genesis.
Yeah, he loves all, bro.
Yeah.
He loves Genesis, Huey Newton in the News. He loves Whitney Houston. Who else did he talk about? He talks about a bunch of artists in there. He's a music head.
Yeah, Christian Bale. I think Keanu Reeves would be great, but Christian Bale would bring, I think, the right kind of menace to it.
He brings a sauce to it,
Yeah.
Or who else? I thought of my boy too, Michael Foz.
Oh my God, he would be good. He would be great as K.
He would.
He's a little older now, but he would be incredible.
When that came out though, at 17, he could have played K for sure.
You know who else would actually be a great K? Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
He would have been a good K too.
Yeah,
he would have been a great K.
Yeah,
that's a great cast.
Yeah, because
him and Ryan Gosling have a similar acting style,
and him with Christian Bale as well as reuniting.
Oh, from Batman.
Yeah, that would actually
that'd be a fun time. Yo, he would be good.
See, I always forget about like certain actors. Like I couldn't remember Chris Pine, but I would cast him in everything.
Yeah, I love Chris Pine. He works. He's got a good look. He can do action. He can do drama. He got it all. I like those. I like those a lot. Definitely like Joseph Gordon for a wild card one's real nice.
Yeah.
For Anna, I had a hard time with her, so I just picked someone I love.
Yeah.
I picked Saoirse Ronan. But of course, you don't get Saoirse Ronan for a role that small.
Yeah, but what about like your other obsession, Florence Pugh?
No, not too pretty.
No, but like for that,
you need someone plainer looking.
Okay.
See, because Anna's very plain looking. The actress, she's nothing about her stands out, and I think there's some importance to that.
That's where your Rachel Sennott comes in, right?
She can play Anna.
Yeah,
she can play Anna.
Yeah.
She definitely couldn't play Love though. But I can see her being a total bitch though and beating the shit out of people.
Yeah,
because like in Bottoms, bro, she was going hard as shit.
Yeah.
Bro. Like damn. But I was just like, I love.
Did you see Bottoms? Oh, okay, it's
watch Bottoms. So funny.
It's a great film.
It's great. Best high school movie to drop in a minute.
Yeah.
But Saoirse Ronan, I liked her, but I do like
actually either one would
Rachel
probably be
Rachel
incredible.
could work. For Joshy, his boss.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I had two, and I was thinking of Mandalorian, so I went with Gina Carano.
Yeah.
But then I don't know why I just thought of Captain Marvel. And I thought of Brie Larson playing his boss. I don't know why.
You know, Brie Larson would actually be really great, probably because we were talking about Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
The entire cast.
We'll just recast Scott Pilgrim and Blade Runner.
But what about like Kate Blanchett or something?
I thought about her too.
Yeah.
But I was like, you gotta give her a little more to chew on.
But see, sometimes
I thought about her though. I definitely.
Sometimes you just need that role where you can just come in, eat the
knock
scenery,
it out
and then
be out. Yeah, you can't do that.
Because I'm trying to
that's
think of
what
like
Jared Leto does too. Because he ain't in it that much.
No, but he really
his presence is felt. Kate Blanchett would be good. I did think about her.
Honestly, you know who might be really good, and I never thought I'd say this, just for like that part to come in and like maybe knock it out of the ballpark to change my opinion of her. Sandra Bullock.
Sandra Bullock could play that part. You don't like Sandra Bullock?
Not really as an actress, no. Because she's been in too many terrible films.
She has been in some bad shit. Miss Congeniality isn't terrible.
Well,
it's a great film.
Yeah. I gotta rewatch Demolition Man and Speed.
Speed is great and she's good in it.
Pop quiz hot shot.
Dennis fucking Hopper, bro. He's always, you can always count on him to come in and shock the shit out of you.
Yeah.
Look, although her performance is criticized in The Blind Side, she still played her role well. Although I hate Gravity. I hate Gravity. I think it's terrible.
That's why I always see you floating like in the Book of Clarence.
That's right. Yeah. I hate Gravity, but she played her role well. Come on, dude. And she's like, she got the comedic chops. Like, the proposal's funny. You know
with Deadpool.
Yeah, that's funny. You know what I mean? And then, like, I even love, like, Love Potion #9, bro. Like,
from way back. With, like, Tate Donovan.
Yes.
Wow.
I love that movie.
Wow.
It's so bad, but it's good.
Tate Donovan was the shit
back in the day. What happened to him?
Right after Space Camp, and he was the voice of Disney's Hercules.
What happened to him? He just said, fuck it?
I don't know, but, you know, he was good.
I like Sandra Bullock. We'll go with Sandra Bullock.
Okay.
I like Kate too, though. I did think about her, but I was like, she might be able to.
I know she's kind of your go-to.
Dude, she's the best in the game. She's the
like
best. If I need an older chick, like middle age,
with gravitas.
Because she can do everything. Like,
yeah.
I'm taking her over everybody. If I need an early 40s, I'm taking Emily Blunt. It's that simple. Because I thought about Emily Blunt for Love. Yeah. But I'm like, I just can't picture Emily Blunt playing that part. Although I know she could, I just couldn't.
But maybe that's why
I couldn't take the actress out of my head. Dude, she was so good.
But maybe that's why she should do it, because you can't picture her doing it, and then when you see her doing it, you're like, whoa, what the fuck?
She do it. When I watched A Quiet Place, I was like, this bitch. Or Edge of Tomorrow. She's kind of hard. You know what? She could do it.
Yeah.
You know what? You're right. Mariette, I got one of your girls.
Really?
Vanessa Kirby.
Oh yeah, the new Invisible Woman for Fantastic Four.
Yep.
She's from the one thing I know her from is Hobbs and Shaw.
Hobbs and Shaw.
She was like Shaw's sister, right?
Well, I know her from Pieces of a Woman with Shia LaBeouf, a very art house drama film.
God, Shia LaBeouf, I keep forgetting about him. He might be a good.
He could be a good K.
Yeah,
he's a little short, but he could be a good K.
Yeah, because he's actually a great actor.
He's a great dude. Shia LaBeouf is a beast. I love Shia LaBeouf. So, you got any more recasts?
Who else is there to recast?
That's it. I got all the main players.
Yeah, I think that's it, man.
I went through. I was pretty thorough with this one.
Yeah.
We're getting kind of long, so let's grade it.
Okay.
Damn, we are running long.
Yeah.
Look at that.
A+, man.
A+.
Yeah.
That's especially, like, I don't know, it hit me different watching it this time. You know, I've seen the shit a bunch of times.
Yeah.
I don't know, like, the fact that it's the first film to make me cry in weeks is pretty impressive, and I've watched some very tear-jerkery stuff. A film I've already seen a bunch of times did it. That says something to me, so.
Yeah, so even though you knew it was coming, it still hit you hard.
Oh my God, as soon as she says, I was like, oh! It was like instantly a tear rolled out my eye. I was like, and I paused and I was like, I can't stand this scene. I was like, this bitch drives me crazy. That's what I'm like, I can't picture Emily Blunt being this damn evil. I mean, she could, but I'm just like, I don't want her to be.
I remember her in The Devil Wears Prada.
Yeah,
she was slightly evil, and they were trying to sabotage.
Yeah, but she was fucking starving herself to death, too.
Yeah.
She said, if I get hungry, I'll have a cube of cheese. That's
Wow.
it.
Wow.
God, model life. Anywho,
Yeah.
so yeah, A pluses across the board.
Yeah.
We'll wrap this up. So, what are we giving them next? We're gonna get off this sci-fi kick. We're gonna get off
Yeah.
this blockbuster kick, and I'm gonna give Jamie a real assignment. I'm giving you a real assignment, bro. We're gonna talk about something fucked up. I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna give you 3 directors, and you can pick which director and how to find the film.
Okay.
Lars von Trier.
I know you want me.
I've been wanting you on the Trier train.
Yes.
You gotta be on the Trier train. So Lars von Trier, Yorgos Lanthimos.
Okay.
Either I'll let you pick between Jodorowsky or Gaspar Noé.
So, the second dude, would you want me to watch Poor Things?
We could do 4 things.
Like,
Or I might want you to watch Dogtooth.
so it's honestly,
Dogtooth will fuck you up.
I should probably watch. I'll tell you what, we should do one the next few weeks, and then it'll be mapped out. And let's start with Jodorowsky.
All right.
Because I know he's one of your favorites.
Okay. How much do I want to knock you out?
Are you going to do like the Holy Mountain?
That's like, I mean, that was my intro to him.
Yeah.
So it probably should be yours too, even though that's probably his craziest film.
Yeah.
But God, we could start with El Topo, one of John Lennon's favorite movies.
Really?
Like,
that's saying a lot because John Lennon.
Dude, it's like, he loved that movie so much. That's why he helped fund the Holy Mountain.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He was like El Topo.
All right, I'll start with that if you're okay with that.
We gotta start with the Holy Mountain.
The Holy Mountain.
We have to. It's just we have to. It's
Okay.
just it has to be done. And and let me just warn you now on air. First 25 minutes, I want you to record yourself so I can just see your mouth open. Just so because you're gonna be like, what the hell am I watching? You're gonna be texting me like, Dom, I hate you.
Wow.
But then by the end, you're gonna be like, bro, I don't even know. You're gonna be like, I don't know what's happening. You're gonna be like, I don't know what's happening. It's great.
All right,
guys.
Okay,
Well,
Holy Mountain.
So the Holy Mountain, Alejandro Jodorowsky. Especially since we've been talking about Dune. Fuck it, we'll get on the Jodorowsky train.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yep. All right, guys, that's what we're gonna do. So, I am Dom.
I am Jamie,
and this was the Cutting Room 4.